Oh, holy
Oh
fuck.
shit.
Yo, man, you guys aren't gonna believe this shit. All right, so Cruise Control's not feeling well, so he didn't join us. Koala's might join us. We're not
Possibly
sure.
gonna show up. Possibly gonna show up.
Yep.
Possibly.
So it's just me, Maxwell Silverhammer,
And I'm Louie Loke.
and we're doing this shit tonight, buddy.
Hell yeah, we're gonna bring it.
So you just celebrated Birthmas
I did,
yesterday.
I did.
So that's pretty cool, man. How'd that go? Pretty good, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't too bad. I mean,
Just kind of a basic.
just some basic, presents and whatever the hell else, hung out with family. My family's a bunch of like Christian conservative kind of family, they don't do too much. They just hang out and, eat and stuff like that.
So
Um,
no alcohol was involved. I'm
no
taking it.
alcohol involved. No alcohol
Okay.
involved. No, no, no. But, we did a little bit of sort of gambling, I guess you would say.
Ooh.
with it's a I don't know if you ever heard of this game. It's called Left, Right, Center.
Oh, I played it with
And
Cruise Control actually. Cruise Control and some friends. I love
yeah,
that
yeah,
game.
yeah. So I mean, you just basically like at first we started off with quarters because people aren't that rich, you know what I mean? They I don't have so we
So
started
what
off
did
with
you do?
quarters
Like
at
throw in
first.
3/4, like 75 cents a
Yeah,
piece, or
75 cents. Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
okay, okay.
So just started off with that. And then, even had a couple of kids playing.
Oh, cool, cool.
And, but after a while, it was like, all right, let's get down to some real business. And I actually won the big pot. I won the big pot with the dollars. We just started throwing it in
Look
dollars.
at you, man, throwing in them greenbacks. Yeah,
Yeah, there was like seven of us, so I won like 21 bucks. That's not bad.
that's cool. Oh shit, that's pretty dope, man. So you won the pot.
I won the pot.
Oh,
I won the big pot. Like when we were playing quarters, I kept losing. I'm like, all right.
well, it's so anybody as you know out there who if they're not familiar with it, you got three dice, right?
Yeah, you got three dice, and so one of them is labeled with a dot, and the dot means you get to keep whatever you have.
Ah,
And then the other one is a star, which means that you put it into the pot in the middle of the table.
okay.
Okay, and then the other one's labeled left or right with an L or an R. And
Ah,
so if you roll the dice and let's say you got like a L, a dot, and a star, that means you get to keep one. You give the person to your left a quarter, and then the star means you throw the other one into the pot. And
okay.
so we just kind of roll, you know, kind of go around the room basically, and it's very luck driven.
Actually,
There's no.
you guys sounds a little more complicated than the one we were doing. So for us, if the dice went to the right or something, then obviously you pushed your dollar to the right to the person in front
Mm-hmm.
of you. So
Yeah.
and then if it went to the left, then you push the money to the left.
Right.
So so yeah, that's how that was going on. So like the person next to you, if they got their $3, and so
Yeah.
then
So
you
the
put your
so the die
$3 on
the
top.
die the die is like a four-sided die.
Okay, okay.
So you got LR and then the dot and the star.
Ah,
And so
okay.
whatever it rolls, that's what happens. And then let's say now it comes back around to you, and you only have two quarters or dollars, whatever you're using
Mm.
left. Then you only get to roll two dice, and so you roll those
Oh,
two dice, and eventually, people are down to like one,
right.
and they're rolling one die, and a lot of times what ends up happening is you go back and forth, and each time you roll, a lot of times it rolls on that dot, which means you get to keep it. And
Right,
so
right.
it's almost like, oh shit, they get to keep it again. All right, your turn. And then eventually somebody loses and they lost, everybody around the table has lost their money. The person with the last dollar in their hand wins the entire pot that's in the middle.
But you were the big money hustler. It's what it sounds
A
like
little
to
bit,
me.
yeah, a little
You
bit,
know,
yeah.
that's
You
some
know,
birth miss luck right there, man.
that
Because
was.
it was not only Christmas, but it was your birthday because your birthday's on Christmas. So,
Yes,
you
sir.
know,
Yes, sir. Yeah.
well, that's dope, man. We didn't do any presents. We
Yeah.
kind of stopped doing presents. Um,
Yeah. I mean, it seems like a more of a kid thing to do, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
that's kind of, well, I had one friend, she called me and she was telling me about her Christmas and, her and her boyfriend and the gifts they got each other. And I'm like, wow, that's okay. That's pretty involved. But the thing is with my parents, well, my dad's actually out of town. They're having a what I call a rock and roll butt fuck. So just basically they were gonna go up and see my stepmom's
He, he,
grandkids.
he doesn't celebrate Hanukkah?
No, no. You know what? My dad, he's okay. Now, see, this is the thing. You can be Jewish by ethnicity,
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean you celebrate or that you practice Judaism.
Yeah, I
So,
understand that. I
so
got
in
you.
other words, he never practiced Judaism, but he is Jewish by ethnicity. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I got you.
So so that's the thing. Oh no, it's funny. One year we did do something with my dad kind of wanted to give us a feel of what Hanukkah was like. So,
Ah,
you know,
all
he,
right.
he got some of that gelt kit, the chocolate coins, and
Uh-huh.
we kind of did the little thing with the menorah and all that.
Menorah.
Yep. But we didn't do it over 8 nights. It was all one night. We got all our
Okay.
presents and shit.
Okay.
But
Okay.
so yeah, him and my stepmom went out of town and they went on some kind of cruise. So we went
By,
to my
by the
mom.
way, I'm drinking Coke. What you drinking?
Oh, I'm drinking on Michelob Ultra.
Michelob Ultra, huh?
Yeah, I like it,
Mm-mm.
man, because it doesn't give you a hangover or headache or any shit like that.
No
So
Paps, no Paps BBR today, huh?
no PBR, man.
PBR.
I've kind of been gravitating more towards this Mick Ultra shit, man. It's pretty good. So anyway, where was I? Oh, so the first night we go over there, and my mom doesn't cook anymore. So,
Okay.
she's like,
Okay.
she just doesn't want to. She's like, I'm not gonna
She's
do.
like, she's like, fucking right.
Well, yeah, she's like, I don't want to do all this work, like days worth of work, and then all of a sudden 20 minutes of enjoyment, and then 2 more hours of cleaning up and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, yeah.
she's just like, fuck that.
My wife, my wife will do it for my birthday, but she won't do it for Christmas.
Well, wait
You
a
know what I
minute
mean?
now.
It's kind of, yeah.
Your
So it's kind
birthday's
of,
on Christmas.
well, here's what we do though.
Okay.
We split it up. So like the morning slash afternoon is more like Christmas.
Oh,
Do all the, everybody opens up their presents, during that time period, and
okay.
then the evening time is more my birthday. And so
Oh,
it's more like, she has certain presents that are designated as mine, in actual birthday wrapping, not Christmas wrapping.
oh,
uh
okay.
she really goes all out. And like,
Yeah.
she'll ask me, what do you want for a meal? And I'm pretty basic. She has this like specific like chicken tacos that she makes that are really good. You
Okay.
would think that chicken tacos are just normal shit, but what they do is they put like cabbage
Oh,
instead of lettuce.
okay.
And it I don't know, it's got like a, also the cabbage is like basically drenched in lemon juice, so it kind of has a lemony,
Oh,
cabbagey flavor.
okay.
uh
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it, but most people who have tried it, even if they're like, nah, I don't think I like that, they love it, and they're like, shit, this is some good shit.
It sounds banging. You know what? I had this friend, his mom used to put it, and they were Mexican. She would
Mm,
put pickles in the
mm.
tacos and burrito. And at first she was like, do you want pickles? I'm like,
Yeah.
pickles? What the
That's
fuck?
that sounds like something my wife would do. She loves pickles
Oh,
and lemon juice on everything.
dude,
Lemon juice and everything.
I love shit like that too. I'm a big pickle dude. So I was like, she goes, you want pickles? I'm like, pickles? Well, that sounds a little weird, but all right, I'll try it.
Let's try it. And it was actually good, huh?
And it was banging, bro. I was like, whoa, pickles on Mexican food. I never would have thought.
So another thing that she does with pickles, and I think it's more her, just like her thing, her jam,
Yeah,
is
yeah.
that she'll make it's a basically a hot sauce, but it's not really a hot sauce because it's not that hot. But
Okay.
it's pickles, tomatoes, and like some crushed red pepper.
Okay, so it's tart. It's more tart would be the texture, I would say,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because it's kind of diced up stuff, like diced up pickles, diced up tomatoes. and then some crushed red pepper to make it a little bit spicy, a little bit, a little potent,
Right, right,
and that's
right.
all it is. It's a basic thing, but it's so good with chips. And you're like,
That
fuck,
sounds
this is some good shit,
that sounds banging. Yeah, that sounds. So you ask her to make that every year? Is that kind of the thing, or
that's one of those. She didn't do it that this year, but she'll probably do it for like New Year's Day or something. Just something to snack on, you know,
okay,
for
okay.
New Year's Day kind of thing. So
Well, that's cool, man. So,
yeah.
so yeah, we did pizzas. My mom got a bunch of pizzas, like 5 different kinds of pizzas from Trader Joe's. I didn't even know Trader Joe's sold pizza, but
Oh wow.
but yeah, she got like 5 different kinds of pizzas from Trader Joe's. So she just cooked those up in the oven. They're like 10 minutes to do or whatever.
Yeah.
And my uncle came over, and my brother was there, so it was just kind of the four of us just chilling.
Mhm.
And so we had a good night that night. And then I went back over there the next day, Christmas Day, and we actually went out to eat to a restaurant. And this
Okay.
old friend of my mom's, who
Was
they
it was
just
it was it was it Chinese?
no Chinese. What-
You ever
what-
see you ever seen the Christmas Story?
Mm-mm.
Oh
You know what? That's
shit.
a movie I have not seen.
Oh
No.
shit.
So they go for Chinese food on Christmas?
Yeah, they go for Chinese food on Christmas, and they try to get the Chinese people to sing fa la 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 la.
Oh, and it's fa ra 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 ra
Yes,
ra.
exactly.
Wow, that would have been funny. Yeah,
It's great. It's great.
fa ra 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 ra.
Exactly, exactly. So the Christmas Story is definitely something that you should watch. Most of it is very it's narrator driven, so
So a
you
lot
can
of
kind of,
dialogue kind of thing.
yeah, a lot of dialogue. You can get the gist of what's going on without even needing
Descriptive audio
descriptive
or
video.
oh
Um in fact, I don't know if it's just here. Uh I'm sure it's everywhere, but there was a television station that was showing it for 24 hours straight. So
oh
if you
shit
if you know if you missed a piece of it, because I think it's like a 2 hour long show movie.
movie. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, most movies are about that, aren't they? Usually.
Mm, a lot of them are like an hour and a half. You know what I mean? I mean,
Speaking of
if it's on TV, I guess with commercials and stuff like that, yeah, sure, 2 hours, I guess. But
speaking of movies, man. All right, so I guess there's a new Dave Chappelle special, and it sounds pretty funny. I'd be
all
interested in
right,
checking it out. But the problem is, it's only on fucking Netflix, and I'm like,
you don't have
great.
Netflix?
I do not know.
Oh,
And so,
okay.
well, the thing was, I had Netflix years ago. This is back when they
Mhm,
still sent out the DVDs and
Oh,
all the stuff I
damn,
wanted to.
damn, that's
Yeah, that's
old school
old.
Netflix, bro.
Oh, that's totally old school. It's like 2011 Netflix. And so, what it was, all the stuff I wanted, that they had it where you could stream things, but all the stuff I wanted to stream, they didn't have available, streamable. So they're like, well, but for the extra $5, we can send you the DVD. And I was just like, oh, that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, well, fuck. So I canceled my Netflix subscription back then. I just never renewed or never, started a new one or whatever. And then today I was like, all right, I'm home because, I'm off until the 5th. So I got a lot
Yeah,
of time
me
off.
too. Me too.
Oh, yeah. Well, I chose because
Yeah.
I'm taking annual leave. That's why.
Oh shit, we're not. I mean,
You're
we
just
just
out
have it
because of
off.
it's school. Yeah, because you guys
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, I got you. But no, for me, it's just I'm taking it off because I have to. I have to take annual
Ah,
leave at some point. Otherwise, they
yeah.
send me all these letters saying, "Hey, fucker, you got all this annual leave. You got to use it." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm here this morning. I'm like, all right, all the holiday madness is over here. I was like, I don't have shit to do today. I'm gonna watch this Dave Chappelle special. It's called Unstoppable. Dave Chappelle
Okay.
Unstoppable.
I'm gonna have to check
So
it out.
it popped up. I was on Fire Stick and it said that I could watch it with Netflix.
Okay.
So then I'm like, okay, well, maybe I will go ahead and start a Netflix membership. But then it wants me to put in my mobile number, which is fine. I'm doing that
Yes.
with the arrow keys. But the thing is,
Yes.
when I find the number and I'm hitting enter, I don't think it's taking. You know what I'm saying? It's not really
Okay.
confirming. You know,
Yeah.
so it's something where I need some sighting existence with. And I was like, okay,
Yeah. Either that or well, I don't know. There's no. Is there like? is there no like voice command stuff? Because that's a pain. It's a pain to like sign up for stuff on your television. It
Yes.
it really is. Even for sighted people. Even for
Uh,
sighted people. You know what I mean? Like I see my wife like, oh man, I gotta log into this shit or I gotta do this. Like, she's kind of like frustrated, but just like doing it
I
anyway. But it's
it
like even for sighted people, it's just a pain in the butt sometimes.
well, that's
So
it though. It's like, god damn, all I want to do is just, and it's not, this is the other thing. I just want to see one thing. You know what I'm saying?
I
It's
know.
like, I just want to watch
Yeah.
one thing and that's it. It's like, I don't want to do all this other shit.
But it makes you wonder if like YouTube, somebody, somebody,
Oh, I
you
did
know,
that. I already looked on
record
YouTube.
and there's nothing.
You know what it was? It actually said it was like Dave Chappelle Unstoppable 2025.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh shit. So I click on it, right? And
Yeah.
I'm starting to watch, and I'm like, this just doesn't seem like, it is Dave Chappelle, but it's like an
Uh-huh.
older special or something because,
Oh no.
and I could just tell by some of the stuff he was talking about, like he was talking about the Flint, Michigan water crisis and all this other
Uh-huh.
shit. And I'm like, okay, this is probably old. And then I scrolled down and I'm reading the comments, and this one guy puts, I must be fucking stoned because I just realized that this isn't the correct one.
Ah.
And then another guy put the same thing. No, this is not it. I'm like, oh God.
Ah.
So anyway, yeah. So it's pissing me off, and I'm like, you know what? Do I really? I really would like to see it, but fuck, I'm
So
not.
so here's the deal, especially with those like ones that are I don't know, sometimes YouTube wants to ban certain things or like
Oh
stop
yeah.
certain things from happening or whatever. And so
Uh-huh.
like there was this one man. So I love horror movies, right?
Okay.
Well, well, there was a movie that I had not seen, or maybe I thought I had seen some of it, but I never sat down and watched the whole thing. And it's actually a great movie. It's Psycho Part Two.
Oh,
Okay,
they made a part two of that, huh?
yeah, it was
Okay.
really really good. It's a really really good movie. I mean, like for those people who are like into horror but not into like complete like slasher no plot horror.
Yeah, like what's
It
that one House of a Thousand Corpses or whatever the hell that was?
Yeah,
Those
but
kind
like
of dumb movies.
but
Yeah.
like but like the movies that actually like have a plot, they have things going on. It's more of a psychological thriller.
Yeah, I like those.
Psycho 2 is pretty damn good. I was like, damn, this is pretty
Really?
good. And Psycho is actually, classic horror,
Well, of course,
classic,
Norman Bates and all that
yeah,
with
yeah,
his
yeah.
mom. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it is Norman Bates again, but it's a twist. But anyway,
Okay.
long story short, this guy decided to cut it up into like I don't know, like 20 pieces. So you're watching like little bits at a time. Like you're watching like
Uh,
maybe like 15 minutes at a time
on YouTube?
on YouTube.
Oh
And
God.
he didn't label it Psycho 2. He labeled it I Show 2 or something like that. He like put a different like
Oh, he
to
misspelled it
where
on purpose, so it
he
didn't.
misspelled it on purpose, and then he would say "Pi Show 2, one of 15" or whatever it is.
So it was a
You know,
playlist. It looks like it
so
was.
yeah, it was a playlist, so you knew okay, this is the order. All right, I'm gonna watch this one, and then 15 minutes later, I'm gonna go to the next one.
Right,
And then
right.
eventually you have the entire
You've seen the
movie.
whole movie.
Yeah.
By
So
having
I
this.
was like, man, that was crazy. But I was like, that's the way you get around YouTube's like, you can't pirate stuff. You can't, la, 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 you
Hmm.
can't get
Well, why don't
So
they just put it on
I
YouTube and
wonder,
pay, charge people for it through their Google accounts or something?
well, I don't know, this was way back in like 2017, 2018.
Oh,
It
okay,
was way
okay.
back in the day.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but I wonder, either they'll charge you for it there's gotta be another way to see it.
Well, that's what I was hoping because I have watched some shows on YouTube before where, my card is on file with Google. So I just use my Google
Yeah.
Pay, you know what I'm saying, and just pay for it and then I can watch the whole thing and I'm golden. So I
Yeah.
thought that was going to be like this, but apparently there was nothing. It was, closest thing I got was
I mean, Chappelle and Netflix have a very exclusive, a very
man,
exclusive thing going on.
They
You know?
do. They fucking do. Because
Yeah.
I think his last one was like that, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
You had to have
A lot of
Netflix.
them, are like that now. He's like, up, got another Netflix special. Yeah, got
Damn,
another one.
that's a bitch. Oh, the other guy who did that, I think, was Kevin Hart, right?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Or somebody. It was Kevin Hart or some other comedian I
So,
really liked.
so is it me? Is it me, or do you think that Kevin Hart has fallen off?
I haven't seen anything by him in a while, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, like, even when you think about like some of his old shit versus his new shit, I think
I
his old shit is way funnier than his
right.
new shit.
I don't. You
Way
know what?
funnier.
Like I said, I haven't really watched any Kevin Hart lately. I'll tell you
Yeah.
the dude that I thought did fall off though was Chris Tucker.
Oh yeah.
He-
Oh
he's
yeah.
kind of cheesy now. But he was so funny in Friday. You know, it's like
Well,
damn.
here's what I see Chris Tucker as. I see Chris Tucker as me, actually. I'm
Smoky.
a I'm no, not that, but I'm a very what's known as a situational comedian.
Okay.
It's so whatever I see happening, I will make remarks about it. But
Yeah,
you ask me to like write a special, like write something,
you wouldn't be
I
able to
would
do it. Huh?
it would be way more difficult to do for me
Yeah.
than actually just seeing stuff happening in real time and being like, look at this
Eh,
motherfucker right here.
Right. Just finding shit to
You know?
crack on
Yeah,
real
yeah,
time
just
kind of thing.
cracking on people or whatever, you
Well,
know?
and that's what Cruise Control and I used to do stand up for a while. They had a lot of open mics just around
Yeah.
Vegas, and so yeah, I found like, damn, writing jokes like it was just because you never know how that joke's going to go over. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? And
Uh-huh.
for me, I would rather just make fun of some shit, like you said, in real time. Like
Yeah.
somebody says something crazy in the audience, and you're like, "Oh,
Right.
so what the fuck's your deal?" Or something.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah. So
So
yeah, I mean, so I could see that Chris. I feel like Chris. Plus, Chris had a script to go by, right?
true. And Friday,
When it
somebody
comes
wrote
to
a
like
script.
Friday and Rush Hour and all these things,
Oh
he had
yeah,
a script. He had a script to go by. Now, did he make it funnier than than some other person if they had the same script? Yeah, yeah, he was
totally.
really good with doing that.
Well, he was made for that character, I think.
He was
You put
made for Smokey for sure.
the Smokey and the guy in Rush Hour too.
Yeah, exactly.
you know,
But it's like crazy because it's like, okay, could you imagine anybody else saying, and you know this, man?
nah, it wouldn't sound right. That wouldn't sound right coming out of any other actor's mouth. you know, like even like a Morgan Freeman. And you know
Oh
this,
shit.
man. It just wouldn't sound right.
That would
like,
sound crazy with Morgan Freeman. Come
oh
on,
yeah,
man.
yeah, absolutely. You know this, man. But
Yeah.
yeah, where was our point with all this? Oh, the net Dave Chappelle. So yeah, man,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like some of these guys are all doing Netflix shit, and it's like, well, damn, man, put it on
Well,
Amazon or
I mean, they get major deals. That's why.
oh, I know they do. I know they do. For just making it
Major deal. I'm talking
exclusive.
like $1 million deals.
Damn, damn. That's why they make it exclusive, I guess, to just one
Yeah.
platform, huh?
Yeah. So that Netflix can bring in all the funds from people like you who don't have a subscription right now and really want to see that show. So you're like, fuck, I'll get a subscription.
Right. And then I cancel. I did
And
that with
then
the.
okay,
you know.
but see, here's the deal. Then they're hoping you won't cancel, so they'll start showing you shit that you like Dave Chappelle. Let's show you some other shit that we have here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
They'll try to get you to do all that.
I did that with what was the other one? Paramount or something or no Comedy Central. Actually it was Comedy Central.
Oh, I didn't know they had one.
Yeah, well no, it was actually it was Beavis and Butthead
Oh,
Reloaded or
okay,
whatever the hell. Or Beavis and
okay,
Butthead Do the Universe, that's what it was.
okay.
And I was like I got to see that. I got to see that. So I was able
Uh,
to, do a free membership for like a
yeah,
week or something. And then
yeah,
after I saw the movie, I just canceled the fucking member. But that was on the Amazon channels that were there. So
yeah.
but yeah, it's a pain in the ass, man. It's like God,
Well, so I wonder though, because a lot of times, I mean, I can actually. I mean, it's not ideal, but I'll do it if 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 I really want to see something and I don't really care to see it at home or something like that, and I want to just watch it at work.
Right.
I can actually I have Netflix on my phone.
Oh, oh,
So you can do that. So I'm wondering if you could actually subscribe using your phone, and that way you can use all the voice
you know
technology that
what?
you.
I think with T-Mobile, I
Mm.
think you get free Netflix. I think
Well,
now we're
you
talking
might look into that. Just even if it's just for
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 one
watching
thing.
this one thing.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. Well, and now also too, because I got the blind shell, you
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
I, I I don't know because
Exactly.
it's a closed platform phone, so it won't let you do third party apps. So I wonder if it won't let me
Oh,
use that
damn.
one. So I don't know. I could be wrong, but it's just now I know that the blind
Well,
shell
dude,
classic.
I'm telling you, man, I use you've heard of Chat GPT, right?
I love ChatGPT. Yeah.
I use that shit on my phone because I downloaded an app on my phone
Oh, okay.
for Chat GPT. I
Hmm.
use that shit for everything now. So I'll probably at the end of the show, I'll probably look up some shit for you and see what you got going on.
Uh,
How we can hook you up. Something.
Okay, because
Yeah.
yeah, the Blind Shell Classic 2, that's the one I have. It's a
Yeah.
closed platform, but the new one, the Classic 3, I've heard
Uh,
is open now. You can download all kinds of shit onto it. So
yeah.
and Slade has that one. He was actually asking me, "You gonna get the 3?" I'm like, eventually, man.
Sluggo.
Sluggo, yes. Sluggo. So
Yeah.
so yeah, man. Oh, well, wow, we got off in a whole tangent here. But
It's all
what
right.
what I was telling you is, so I went to my mom's Christmas Day,
Oh
and
yeah.
an old friend of
That's
hers,
where we started.
yeah, somehow we got into Netflix and all kinds of other shit, and so went to my mom's on Christmas Day, and my mom lives in a gated community, and it's very,
Okay.
like you have to call the gate if you have a guest coming. To
Okay.
let them security know that, hey, I got
Yeah.
this person coming in. Here's their name, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So I was when we were done, we went out to lunch, whatever, and then we came back to the house. And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna get my Uber.
Okay.
So I told my mom, the Uber driver's name, the make and model of the vehicle, what color it was, all that shit, because they give you all that information. So my
Yeah.
mom calls the gate, tells them, okay, da 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 da, this is who's coming, whatever.
Hmm.
So then I get a call from my driver later, and she's like, "Yeah, hi." And she goes, "I'm your driver," but she's like, "They're not letting me in." And I'm
Oh
like,
shit.
"Huh?" And I was like, "My mom just called the
Damn.
gate." So they're like, "Yeah, they said that they can't let me in, and they don't have my name, and they don't." I said, "We just called." So then I'm
Hmm.
getting into it with this fucking incompetent security guard bitch, over the Uber driver's phone,
Uh-huh.
and she's going, "Sir, you didn't call the gate, and I shouldn't even be talking to you anyway because your number is not the phone number that's associated with this account," and all this other dumb. And I'm like,
Oh
you know,
shit.
yeah, when I'm screaming at this bitch, and I'm like, and she's fucking up. I gave her my mom's address, and she goes, "That's not what you told me originally." I said, "That is what I told you. That's where my mom lives." I was like, "I ordered the ride," and she's like arguing with me, and finally they did let my
Man,
driver in after.
this gated community sucks,
Oh,
man.
they totally. Oh, dude, I
It's
hate
this
them.
I mean it's one thing to be secure, but damn.
No,
Jeez.
but this is somebody who's just a complete fucking moron. Because I even said,
Apparently.
because I was like, "Mom, I was like, who did you talk to?" She goes, "I spoke to someone named Taylor." I said, "My mom spoke to someone named Taylor." And she's like, "We don't have a Taylor here." And I'm
Oh
just like, "What?"
jeez.
So
Oh my
yeah, I'm
gosh.
arguing with this dumb bitch. And finally, when I get off the phone, my brother kind of laughs and he goes, "I wish I would have recorded that interaction." I'm like, "I wish you would have too." you know? So anyway, my driver did eventually get to me. But I guess my thing is like, why in the now that we, and I maybe I kind of know the answer already, but why in this age of technology, when we pretty much have the world at our fingertips, why are people so fucking incompetent in the workforce?
That's why. So it's it's a friend
That's
and
what
a
I
foe,
figured.
right?
Uh
It's a
huh.
friend and a foe. Like, some people were saying, um, and this is related. Some people are saying that kids nowadays or teenagers, whatever, right? They're working at a McDonald's or whatever the fuck they're working at, right?
Right. Right.
And they can't even like take, let's say something costs like, I don't know, $18.25, and
Right.
you give them $20.25. They can't fucking figure out, oh, all I gotta do is give them $2. Not a
So
big
they.
deal. No, they have to input that into the computer correctly, or they'll just enter the $20, and then they'll give you your quarterback plus whatever the cash register tells them to give them with the twenty
Oh.
dollars.
So if that computer went down, they'd be fucked.
Yeah,
Is
they'd
what
be
you're saying.
fucked because they can't do your basic math. They can't do basic intellectual like computations, or just like your basic. Like I said, I mean, damn well. Okay, if it's $20.25, just some basic idea there,
Yeah. It'd be
and
two seventy
it'd be
five
two
or whatever.
dollars. It'd be two
Yeah.
dollars. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep. Yep.
So
Exactly.
it's like, dude, you don't need a computer for that. You just do it in your head real quick and fucking give me the
Well,
damn money.
even adults though that's this lady I was arguing with yesterday was she was an adult woman,
Mhm.
you know, but I'm just like, wow, how are people so fucking incompetent now? Just like
Yeah, we rely way too much on technology now.
that's
Because if
true.
you think about it, do you know any of your friends' phone numbers anymore by heart?
Very few.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. You
Some of
know,
them I do. Some people I do, but like, okay,
but
for
I
instance, your
remember when
number.
I was growing up, I knew all my fucking friends
I,
and family's phone numbers
you know
because you
what? You're
had
right.
to. There was no way you could store it somewhere and
Right.
just push a button and say call so and so.
Right. Right. Well, like for instance, I don't know your phone number.
Yeah.
you know,
There you go. There you go.
if
Okay.
like I lost my phone, God forbid, I'd be like, I
You'd,
don't
you'd
have
probably just
Louis'
have
phone
to
number.
find me on Facebook again and shit and be like, hey, man, what's
Yep.
your phone number? I lost you.
Yep, exactly what I'd have to do. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And but now you're right. I mean, I still remember a lot of my old phone numbers growing
Yeah.
up because remember my parents are divorced, so I had,
Mm-hmm.
I had two different phone numbers for a while. So for a while I had
Right.
three because when I
Yeah.
went to college, I had my dorm, I had my
Yeah.
mom's house, and I had my
Yeah.
dad's house. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but
And I don't know about you, but I feel like with blindness, you had to do that even more than sighted people did.
oh, no
We had to
question.
memorize all that shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I
Addresses.
would memorize credit card numbers and debit card
Oh,
numbers and
I
all
still
that
do that
shit.
with I still do that now. I do that now with my card.
Yeah.
I still memorize my card number and all that stuff and the expiration date.
I sometimes do, but if I don't use it enough, then
Yeah.
it disappears. And what I do, because I have a little bit of vision, is I just take a picture of it with my phone and I zoom in on it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I remember the number now. You know.
Yeah.
But
I'm just
before, I would just be like, oh, I got no other way of doing this. I'm gonna memorize. You tell me the number, and I'm gonna memorize that shit. And I
yep.
would memorize it until I didn't need it anymore.
Yep.
Years later or whatever.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know.
And that's what I do now. I just memorize if I get a new card or something like that, I'll
Yeah.
scan it with open book or something. And,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Something like that. Yeah.
so, but yeah, boy, it's crazy. Like now, just how just out of it some of these people are and inept in a lot of ways.
Well,
Jeez, man.
and I feel like it's going to get even worse. I mean, even with me, with this with AI and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
we're,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna start we're gonna start relying on AI to just be like, hey man, look, I can't figure this out. What's this? What's the percentage of this and what's the percentage of this? Because my wife, she doesn't quiz me, but it's almost like she knows that I'm good with this kind of stuff, mathematical
Oh,
equation
so
kind of
you're
stuff.
her chat GPT, huh?
Well, in the sense that, like, if I'm in a store and she's like, "Hey, this thing is like 60% off, and it costed $25. How much is it now?"
Oh yeah,
Because it
yeah.
doesn't really tell you. It doesn't really tell you how much it is. It just says 60% off, and it's like, well, now I got to get a calculator or something to figure that shit out. But I can do that shit in my head, and so
Right.
so she. she just tells me, "Hey, it's 60% off. It was this. How much is it now?"
Well,
And then she'll be like, "Oh, that's not too bad. Okay,
yeah,
whatever."
yeah. Well, I just
or
like
or
with
she'll
this.
or she'll be like, "Ah, fuck that. I don't want to buy that."
Well, with this thing though, too, it's like this woman was being a bitch too to boot. Like,
Yeah,
you're sitting here arguing with me like you're the right one,
yeah.
and I'm the idiot, and I'm like, no, you dumb bitch. We're the ones that called the fucking gate. So
But
yeah, I was.
I don't understand. What I don't understand about that though, like even this like gated community thing, it's like
Oh,
aren't there people who use like Ubers and maybe even Silver rides or something like that? Because I'm
oh
figuring it's
yeah.
like a kind of older person's gated community, whatever, right?
I mean,
They might,
basically, yeah.
yeah. So they might use something like a Silver ride or something like that. You know what I
Oh, I'm
mean?
sure there's a lot of Ubers that go in and out of there.
And I'm like, why don't they just let them in? Like, okay, you just say I'm an Uber driver for so and so, and then they'll
Yeah,
be like, okay, this is where you go, whatever, and
right.
then they just get in there. I mean, it's almost like they're taking their gated community shit way too seriously. Like, oh, we're the masters of the gate, man.
Yeah, we're
We
the
don't let
gatekeepers, and
anybody
you
in.
can't get in.
Yeah, you
Fuck
don't let
you.
anybody in, man. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, yeah, and that's
Like,
that's kind of how they
damn.
are. They're very, and I understand it.
Possessive of the gate. Like,
Well, you know what?
dude.
I will say it does cost a lot to live in there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It's a pretty upscale community.
all right.
Um,
Fair enough.
so, but at the same fucking time, like you're pointing out,
Yeah.
there's people taking Ubers all the time. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Or,
You know what I'm
or
saying?
something. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm assuming that a lot of them probably can't even drive anymore. So they're going to have to take Ubers and
Oh, and
stuff.
now having said that, though, it's not a fully a senior community as it were. There's
Uh,
a lot of older
okay.
people that live in there, but
Okay.
it's a mixed bag. I mean, it's a
All
lot of
right.
different families live in there and all kinds of stuff. So, well, and another thing is, what about the school buses for kids that
Yeah,
are in
exactly. For kids that
special
are in
ed?
there and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So, are you going to make a
I
kid
know.
go meet a school bus outside the gate? You know, um,
Yeah. I
that's
don't know, man.
just kind of some weird.
It seems a little messy to me. Like, I don't.
It is. It's very messy. That's I mean, my gate is kind of a pain in the ass, but it's pretty easy. If I give you the gate code, you can get in. You don't have
Yeah.
to fuck with a idiot gatekeeper asshole going, all right, stop in the name of the law. Well, Inspector Gadget ass nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
but yeah, that was a little bit of a damper, but I wish my brother would have recorded that, man. That would have been fucking beautiful. So anyway, so that's that one.
Yeah.
Um, oh, so I have some. All right, now I don't know if we should. Because I have some songs I want to show you. One is a guy we had on our show before. He goes by the name Kill Will. And I won't say who his dad is, because we've had his dad on the show too before. But
Was
anyway,
it Willie D?
no, it's a white guy. um, but yeah, but well, that's a good guess. I like that. I did interview Willie D way back in the shit that irks me days. We actually did. He was a great interview. But no, this guy. So he's done two songs, and
Mhm.
they're Charlie Curk tributes.
Oh, okay.
And here's my thing with this whole Charlie Kirk deal, man. It's like the
All
same
right.
thing with Tupac and Biggie. I think people are clout chasing, man, in a lot of
Well,
cases.
okay. Speaking of Biggie, you ever heard of that song? You're nobody till
So
somebody
somebody
kills
kills
you.
you, yeah, 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 right. And it's a true statement. That is a true ass statement.
Okay, fair enough. But I do know that my wife was included in this. I was sort of I knew about Charlie Kirk before he died.
See. I never
Um,
knew who he was until he died.
yeah,
You know what I'm
see,
saying?
and I think so. I think there's some people who fit into that category, and if you are clout chasing, then shame on you. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, that's
you
one of my
know,
that's one of my Suno songs I want to show you later too. It's called "Contents of a Dead Man's Pocket,"
all right.
and
So I mean, with that though, like my wife was like severely like
uh,
traumatized by that.
My
Buy
assistant
that.
was crying. I was like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck? Who is this guy? Why are you guys so worried about this dude?"
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, she was crying too. So,
Wow.
um, and the reason why is because he had similar viewpoints that she did, and
Ah,
it was almost like he kind of like represented what she couldn't say out loud. He would say,
and I get that, and if you really are familiar with the guy,
hmm
and but I like I said, I had no idea who the guy was.
"Yeah,
I'm like, Charlie, who? And
yeah." I mean, she would show me all the time, and like I knew about him not just through her. I mean, I've seen little clips here and there, like little things because he was basically a debate artist, is what he was.
right, he'd go
He
to
would,
college campuses,
yeah,
kind of.
he would go to college campuses, and so like a lot of college campuses, and I'll say it, till I'm blue in the face. A lot of college campuses are indoctrinated by
Oh, no question,
liberal
no question.
propaganda up the ass, dude. I mean, it's crazy. Like faculty believe in the liberal propaganda. It even happened in my classes and counseling.
Yeah.
Counseling to me is supposed to be very politically neutral. I think it
Oh,
should
I think
be.
so. Yeah.
I don't think politics should get into it, right? But
No, no.
we had conversations about white privilege and blah 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 blah, and I don't believe in that shit.
Ooh,
I don't believe in that shit.
no,
So,
absolutely not. But I know what you're saying because when I was in college, it was well, it probably wasn't as crazy as it is now.
hmm
But yeah, when I was there was a lot of uh, hippie tree hugging bullshit too. Stuff that I
yeah,
didn't agree with. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
So,
And
um,
sometimes you piped up and you said something, and sometimes you're just like, whatever, it's fine.
oh,
What do you do with that? What do you do
oh
with
yeah,
that?
yeah. Well, I know I had this one crazy feminazi teacher,
hmm
and I would say crazy shit in there on purpose
Oh
just to get
yeah,
her goat. You know what I'm saying? Because that was me, man. And
yeah,
but here's the thing. Of course, because I'm blind,
yeah,
they didn't really mess with me. But now my buddy, who
hmm
who just blatantly disagreed with a lot of what the shit she was up there talking about,
yeah.
he would disagree, and all of a sudden she'd drop him a letter grade. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And all
see,
kinds
and
of stuff.
that's not fair
Oh no, it's not.
to
Absolutely
drop
not.
somebody a letter grade just because they didn't agree with what you believe in.
Oh, totally, totally. Yeah.
I've actually heard, and I've never witnessed it, like actually, like so it's kind of something I heard in the through the grapevine that here in my part of Texas.
In them parts.
I almost said the name
Well, even if you
without
did,
where I'm from. Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I'm in Vegas. That ain't no secret.
Yeah, well, I'm in a city called Lubbock, Texas, where Buddy Holly was from. So
Oh,
we got Buddy Holly.
there's your claim to fame, Buddy Holly. All right.
That's our claim to fame is Buddy Holly. We even have a Buddy Holly Center and everything. Got
Oh
all
no
kinds of
shit.
yeah. It's all you know the Museum of Buddy Holly and all this shit.
What's what's his
It's
what's his big? Well, he had a bunch of songs, I guess, but
yeah, Peggy Sue,
Peggy Sue.
Peggy
That's the one I'm
Sue,
thinking of. Hey,
Peggy
I
Sue.
love you. Tell me why I care for you. Or whatever.
So what they say about Buddy Holly, not to jump on a tangent, but what they say about Buddy Holly is that he influenced a little bit of the Beatles. So
I can see that.
yeah. So I mean, I could see that too, but it's almost like, okay, so you're basically saying that we're the shit because we influenced the way, where he came from, he influenced the Beatles. Like,
Yeah. Well, and it's
okay, all right, all right.
possible. I mean, you really can't say
Mm-hmm.
definitively, but you know, I think there's one group, or was it Badfinger? They had
Mm-hmm.
that song, "Come and Get It." Better
Oh yeah,
hurry,
yeah, yeah.
cause it's going fast. I
Fast,
always
yeah.
thought for the longest time, I thought that was the Beatles. They sound just like them. You
Oh
know,
yeah. You know who also sounds like the Beatles? The Monkeys. Hey, we're the
or the monkey. Actually,
Monkeys.
you know what? I thought they were. That was another group I for a long time, and they had it.
Or I thought they might have been like a spin-off, like maybe like Paul and John Lennon and maybe a couple other people were in it or something. And I was like, nope, it's a completely different group
Different group.
altogether.
But I think they did have an English dude in the group. I think
uh-huh. Uh-huh.
so. I guess that gave them their English privilege,
Sure, sure,
as it
sure.
were. You know what I'm
But
saying?
anyway, so even here in Lubbock, Texas, which is very like very religious, very Christian
Uh-huh.
oriented.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Of course, there are there's some people who are atheists or whatever, but apparently there's some professor. I think he's a biology professor, and they claim that he kind of get tries to get them to denounce God or something like that.
Whoa, that's now
Uh,
you're in dangerous
yeah,
territory, bro.
yeah, and almost like if you don't, then you're gonna get a B. You're not the highest you're gonna get is a B. You're not gonna get an A.
Oh yeah, yeah, one of
And
them
I'm like,
cats.
that is insane if that's really true. I don't really know if that's true or not. It's a
Yeah.
rumor. It's something that's not substantiated, at least not by me. So I can't
Right.
say, but I've seen things like that, where people are like, well, we're just going to give you a lower grade then you
Yep.
don't agree with our shit. And it's like, whoa.
Yeah. Well, which is bullshit because it's discouraging. They're trying to indoctrinate them. It's not like
Uh-huh.
not
Yeah.
it. Should be about free thinking. That's what college is supposed to teach you to do. You know.
Well,
So
here's the deal. Like in my program, in my counseling program, we had something called cultural diversity.
oh God, is this recent?
Yeah, recent. Very, very, very recent.
Oh, okay.
I graduated in 2021, so rather
Ah,
recent.
yeah. So this is yeah. It's
Right.
what compared to when I went to college was like the
Exactly. Yeah, yeah,
'90s
yeah.
or something,
So
right?
we had cultural diversity, right?
Hmm.
And the person who is in charge of it is a black woman.
Oh boy.
And to me, it's all it is indoctrination. It's just, culture, and I culture is great.
Sure.
America's the melting pot of culture. I'm cool with culture. Okay, I'm
Of
cool with
course you are.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the thing that she was, the main thing that she was trying to put across is that, which I sort of agree with, but I sort of don't,
Uh-huh.
is that certain cultures take to counseling in different ways,
Right. Right.
and so you have to like embrace a little bit of the culture that you're dealing with. Like if I'm in if I'm counseling an I don't know, an Indian woman from
So
India.
wait, not to cut you off, but this is under the counseling department.
Uh-huh.
Uh. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
All
And
right.
so, that this is where they talked about white privilege a little bit, and I'm like,
Oh boy,
right,
you had to
screw
be.
the white privilege crap. I don't care about that. Yeah, right. But here's the thing that I can embrace. If I'm counseling an Indian woman
Uh-huh.
from India, and her culture, or let's say like some like Afghanistan person, where her culture is basically like women are second class citizens, and
Right.
blah blah
That's
blah
their
blah blah.
culture. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
their culture, right? I can't be like, hey, you need to tell your husband to shut the fuck up and tell him not to do.
Yeah. Your culture's
No,
wrong and
you
our
don't do.
culture's
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're,
No, I feel you. So that you're right. That kind of goes against all that bullshit, huh?
yeah, because it's like ethically you can't put your own viewpoints on other people, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And so yeah, I understand that. I can get behind different cultures deal with different things in different ways. I
Yeah.
get that.
Absolutely.
But I also feel like counseling is for everyone regardless of their culture. Like,
Sure. Everybody needs to talk
and
to somebody about something sometimes.
yeah. And
Wait.
sometimes they need to unravel some shit that they never look at a problem in a way that they never seen it before, or a
Yeah.
solution to a problem that they've never seen before or never thought of before. Like, oh, maybe I could do that, or I should do that, or
Right.
it's
Right.
not a bad idea.
Hmm. Hmm.
And so
Yeah.
there's a part of me that's like, okay, this cultural competency is what they call it. Cultural competency is kind of cool. I mean, there's certain things about certain cultures that are different, but you're also American. Like, if it's an African American versus a white American, I'm gonna pretty much treat you the same way. I'm not
Of
gonna
course.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
be like, oh, because you're African American, you had it harder, or you had it rougher, or
But
you
see,
had it,
that's that woke culture bullshit,
yeah.
where,
And see,
all of a sudden,
I'm not down with that. Even though,
no.
like ethically, they say, okay, you're supposed to do that, But in my head, I'm like, yeah, but how are you going to get if a African American person is in this victim mentality thing, and they're saying, oh, poor me. How are you going to get them to change and make changes in their life if you can't knock that fucking bullshit out of their psyche and be like, no, you are not you are
You're not a
not a
victim.
product. Yeah, you are not a product of your ancestry. You are now you. You are now a strong person, and you can make changes in your life that will better your life if you really want to do it.
Right,
let's
right.
get let's get down to business. You know what I mean?
Well, and this is it's kind of funny. At work, I got a little talking to about cultural appropriation. Well,
Uh-huh.
let me tell you
Uh-huh.
why. You're going to trip out when you hear what happened. Okay, so
Okay.
as you know, not without saying too much, I started a podcast for
Yeah.
my work,
Yeah.
and so I said, you know what, we need a good theme. So I went
Okay.
on Suno and
Uh-huh.
I wrote a little, like eight eight bar verse about about our with our podcast.
Yeah.
And so one of my one of the people who's helping me out, with the editing of the podcast and some of
Yeah.
the other stuff, she came in. I said, well, so did you listen to the instrumental I did, or the song I did, on? And she goes, yeah, I want to talk to you about that. And I said,
Oh.
okay. And she goes, have you ever heard of cultural appropriation? And I said, well, I have, but I don't really know what it means. And she says, well, first of all, you're a white person doing a black form of art. I'm like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and she,
Whoa.
yeah,
It'd be like, bitch, have you ever heard of Eminem?
hmm. That's what everybody else said too. Everyone else I told that story, I said the same fucking thing you just did. And I was like, well, and I did mention
Oh my
Eminem.
god. Have you heard of the Beastie Boys?
Beastie
Like
Boys, Everlast. What's that other guy? I got something in my pocket. Da, 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 da. Macklemore.
oh, I don't even know
What,
who that
Brian
is.
Macklemore or something like that? That was his name,
Uh
I think. But anyway, there's countless. I mean, this was totally
yeah.
stupid.
It is
And
stupid.
so then and then at one point in the song, I said something from the burbs to the prisons. We want you to listen. And she's like, and you mentioned prisons in there. And I'm like, okay, so what? Only black people go to prison? You know what I'm saying? Because we
Yeah,
do
what
have,
what do you yeah, what are you
what was
saying?
my reference to prisons? Well, because we do have some patrons. Actually, we have a lot of patrons that use our program that are in prison. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, a lot of the prisoners do use. I mean, they have certain protocols, obviously, for serving them. You know what I'm saying, with the
Yeah,
machines and how they send them
sure.
to them. But
Okay.
um, but yeah, I mean,
Well,
the
then
point was
if that is actually a population that you serve, there's nothing wrong with that.
that's what I'm saying. But the
Yeah.
fact that I mentioned prisons, it's like right away she brings it to the racial thing, and I'm just like,
Oh.
how does this even have to do with?
It
And
doesn't. It doesn't.
no, no. But then she was going off on and she told me, the whole thing of, oh, I've adopted two Chinese children, and dude, that's like her big brag. Every time we talk to her, somehow her Chinese children come up, which is funny too. Why are they your Chinese children? Aren't they
Yeah,
your
yeah,
children?
exactly, exactly, exactly,
You know?
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's actually funny. This happened
You
years
ever heard
ago.
of a guy named Anthony Bryan Logan?
Oh, he's a black dude. Yeah, I've seen him on,
Yeah,
on
yeah.
YouTube, and he
I
kind of talks
forgot what
like
he used to.
this.
He used to call white liberal white women something some word that he used to call them. I can't remember what it's called now.
The word I came up with was vaniberal, which is a vanilla liberal. And so, and actually, that's another one of my Suno songs I'll show you later. I got some stuff, man. I want to
All right, cool,
get
cool,
to,
cool.
but anyway, yeah. So that's what happened to me at work. I got to talking to about cultural appropriation.
Oh man, what a mess.
So I eventually just said, okay, fine. I said, so my assistant and I are talking. She's like, well, what does she want you to do? Does she want you
I
to
know what
do?
she wants you to do, dude. She
Huh?
wants you to. She wants to make a Suno song that goes. Because it's like
Well,
a rockish kind of song, and it's like,
Actually,
yeah, a white person wrote this song.
well, that's
Yeah.
and that's what my assistant was like. Well, will she want you to do country? What the fuck? And I said, you know what we're gonna do? I said it's gonna have no vocals. It's just gonna be an instrumental. So that's what I did. I did like a smooth jazz instrumental
All right.
for our intro. So that's what we're using now, and it was a
Okay.
good compromise. But yeah, they she didn't like. But you know, here's the
Wow.
thing. Here's the thing she could have said to me too. Well, you know, we don't think rap is appropriate. You know, we have a lot of older patrons. Okay, you could have left it at that. But why did race have to even come into this picture?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I don't like the fact that she calls her children her Chinese children.
Her Chinese children.
Like anytime somebody puts their race in the middle of something,
Yes,
it's stupid. It's stupid.
exactly. And you know what?
It's
What
stupid.
I was about to tell you was years ago. I think I was like in third grade or something. We had a substitute teacher, and she really seemed to be hard on this one particular kid in our class. His name was
Oh.
Floyd. He was a
Mm,
black kid. And
mm,
finally, Floyd said, you know, I think you might be prejudiced. And so she says, how can I be prejudiced? I have a black son. And I'm thinking,
mm.
well, now that I'm older, obviously, I analyze this situation. And I'm like, why would you call him your black son? I mean, obviously, if he's your son, he's mixed. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I
Either
have
that
a,
or he's adopted, and then
could be a
could
different
be.
stroke situation, I guess.
Yeah. Could be that. What you talking
But
about, Willis?
well, yeah, exactly. But even even that, I don't believe I would even put that on it. You know, I'd be like, okay, yeah, whatever, kid. You know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't like
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit was. It's interesting, man, how people try to bring their little the whole
Well, I
race.
mean, I in my in a situation that I was in,
Uh-huh.
I almost played that card because I primarily only dated black women for a long time. A long time.
But
For
are
a
you?
long time.
Was it that that's what you were interested in, or is it just
That's what I was interested in. That's what I was
that's it?
interested in.
It wasn't you like you were
Yeah.
trying. It was just
No, no,
had,
no. But if somebody were to say, why do you say the N word or why do you say this and that? That was my response. I date black women. What are
right.
you talking about, man? Like
Yeah.
I'm not. There's not a prejudice bone in my body. I fuck the shit out of black women.
Well, that's it. Well, even like back in the days, I would hang out with.
Like I love y'all, man. What are you talking about?
Well, it's stupid to even mention that kind of shit. Like
Yeah, yeah,
don't even
exactly.
bring race into any of this shit because
Hmm.
I mean, I had black friends that used to say, what up, nigga? They would say it to
Yeah,
me,
and you would say it back, right?
right? Hey, what's up, nigga?
So
Hey,
so
nigga.
would I.
Yeah, and that's how we talk to each other. You know what I'm
In
saying?
fact, my daughter, who is mixed, she's part black, part white, part Hispanic, right?
Hmm.
Um, this one dude, he would every time he'd see me, just to let me know that he was there, because I'm blind. I half the time I don't know when people are even there, right?
Right. All of a sudden, he's letting you know his presence
Yeah,
is there.
he's
Yeah,
letting me know his presence is there, right?
yeah.
His response was always, "What's up, my nigga?" And I would be
Right.
like, "What's up?"
Right.
And one time, my daughter, who's like 7 years old at the time, she goes, What did he call you?" I said, don't worry about it right now. I'll
That's
explain it to you later.
it's kind of funny too because there are some white people that just go, I why is he calling you a nigger? And you're like, no, he's not. You know what I'm saying? He's not calling me. He's saying, what
He's
up,
not
nigga?
using the hard R. Come on, man.
Right. Well, and I've heard people do that. They'll actually throw in the hard R, like with it. And I'm like, no, bro, he's not even. That's not
That's
even the
not
word that's
how
being
you
used.
say
Yeah,
it.
exactly. So, yeah, dude, it's crazy. But then, well, now you get some black people that are very sensitive to that. All of a sudden,
Oh
white people
yeah.
use, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
where it wasn't always that way. I don't believe, man. You know,
Mm,
so
mm. lot
it's
lot has changed. A lot has
well.
changed.
Well, I remember even an interview we did with a rapper named Big Y. One of his
Uh,
songs was called "It's On, Nigga." And so
uh-huh.
when I was introducing the song, I said, "All right, we're gonna jump into It's On, Nigga." And then later I was reading the comments and somebody wrote, "White people really need to be careful with that word." And I'm just like, "That's the name of the song, dumb
The name of
shit."
the song. What do you do? What do
Right.
you do?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Right now we're going to play
Play It's
It's
On
On
N. And
N-word.
yeah, how stupid would you sound? You'd sound almost more racist doing that, I think, because it shows you're thinking about race. You know what I'm
Exactly. So
saying?
stupid.
Totally. Some dumb shit, man.
Uh-huh. Hmm.
Now I'm wondering here, because I'm gonna play some of this
That
shit
reminds
for
me
him.
of while you're setting that up.
Yeah,
That
oh yeah,
reminds
let
me
me
of
get
a
that rolling. You talk to him, man. Let me see what's up here.
that reminds me of a comedian who said, you know, uh, white people, they should never say the N word. That should never be said. It's a white comic who's saying it. And then he says, and there's something that black people should never say or can never say. That's what it is. So it says white people can never say the N word, and black people can never say the word ask.
Axe. We never say axe.
They cannot say the word ask. They can't say
Oh,
that word right.
right. So don't say ask.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you
Oh
hearing Jaws
man,
right now or no?
am
No.
I using Jaws?
No. Are you hearing it? Are you hearing it?
Yeah, I heard it a second ago. I didn't hear what it said.
I'm trying to see something here. Hold on, man. I'm fucking
I'm
around with it.
trying to tell you a story.
Yo, keep going. Keep rolling.
You sounded like Jericho Green. I'm trying to tell you a story.
I want to tell you a story. Hold on. Okay,
So you're
share
trying to
compute.
so you're trying to pull up your Suno stuff?
I'm trying to. Yeah, I want to. There's a Suno thing. I want to some Suno songs I want to show you, and then
Yeah,
there's some this Kill Will track I want to show you. Expand
yeah.
screen share.
I believe it is screen sharing right now. I can see your screen actually.
Oh, can
So
you hear Jaws talking? That's the
no, I
thing. I'm
cannot.
trying to share my
Try to
sound.
try to get Jaws to talk again.
Okay, it's talking.
Yeah, I don't hear it. Wow.
Okay, let's see. Okay, share computer sound. Let me see. Expand screen share. God damn. Share content. Okay. I don't know. Shit, I don't know, dude. Trying to get this to work. You there?
Yeah, try to get Jaws to speak again.
Okay. Screen sharing meeting controls. No. Let's
Huh.
say this is a butt fuck, dude. Dude, I get so angry with technology sometimes.
But it makes me wonder though if you can't do it because you're recording.
Oh, well, it shouldn't be a problem.
It shouldn't be, but I don't, who knows.
Yeah, it could be. It's saying it's sharing. Son of a bitch. Let's
Yeah,
see.
it's definitely sharing because I can see your screen.
Let's see. And now it's not. Wait.
Like I can see icons on your screen from the desktop, and I can see. I'm assuming this is a big old playlist of Suno stuff. I really can't tell what it is, but it's a bunch of.
It's yeah. Now so I'm like stuck. It's not talking to me. Trying to hit buttons and shit.
How about you get out of screen sharing and then
I'm trying to.
toggle it back on again?
I'm trying to hit. What should do it with? You mean get out of Jaws? Turn Jaws off, or what are you saying?
No, turn off screen sharing.
If I could get to it, I'm trying to
No,
alt tab, and it's not talking to me at all.
I think it's like Alt Shift and S.
Alt Shift S to stop screen share.
I think
Okay,
so.
let's try that. Hold on for a second here. Oh, you fucking vaginal cheese. Control Shift S, right?
No, Alt
Alt Shift
Shift
S.
S.
God
Yeah.
damn, dude. Got to be the guy. Like, hold on. Let's see. Shh. Caps lock off. Okay. I'm sorry. Alt Shift S.
Yeah.
Uh,
There you go.
okay, cool. I stopped this motherfucker.
Yeah. All right. Now
Okay.
you can always do that again to turn it back on again.
Okay, that toggles it off and on. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, now I want to try to. Okay, multiple participants can share. If okay, that's the recording shit. Share option. Okay, share. Let's see. Okay, screens, documents. And then advance. I wonder, would it be an advance?
It might
No.
be.
Let's see. Okay. So stop
Yeah.
share.
I
Okay,
see
let's
your
see.
screen. I see your screen now. But
Okay.
I don't know if Jaws is doing anything.
Okay, share computer sound. All right.
All right.
All right. Okay, let's see. I wonder why it's okay. Share computer sound. No. I wonder if it what like you said, because I'm recording, it won't let me share it, huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Technology.
Oh,
The
here it is.
best.
Stereo high fidelity. Check.
Okay. I
Dr.
hear. I
Button
hear.
up
What's his
share
name? I
OS
hear
button.
Jaws.
You do hear talking to you?
Yep.
Okay, so that means I'm sharing my computer sound now. All
All
right, so
right.
I'm gonna try to play this song, and then you said to toggle it off is I'm sorry, Alt Shift S, right?
Yep. That's how
Okay,
you turn. How you turn on and off share screen.
HP Salute Zoom work downloads.
okay. So all right, so you just heard Jaws now talking as we're
Yep.
talking.
You're
All
in
right.
downloads
The
right
bar at
now.
the fight Kill Will Charlie Curk.
Okay, this song is called "The Fight," and it's by Kill
Yeah.
Will. Charlie
Yeah,
Curk.
I heard. I heard Jaws tell me.
So all right, okay, that's true. I guess I don't have to introduce it because the Jaws has done it for me. All right, here we go, man. I'm gonna roll this and let's listen to it, and then tell me what you think after we're done.
Enter media
All right.
player.
Let's see here. Da, da, da.
00.00.
You can be really successful, but you have to apply actions differently than what you're currently doing. And America's actually an awesome country. My message was rooted in a victor mentality, not a victim mentality. Wait.
Voice of a generation taken too soon. Waking up a broken nation with the cold truth. Stood for freedom, but the demons drank the Kool-Aid. Built a movement for Almighty in this crusade. The media be claiming he's a fascist spreading hate. So y'all get violent when you know that you can't debate. And now these animals be dancing and they singing loud like we got Charlie in the neck. They taking credit and they proud. He only brought the conversation peacefully, but then y'all had to go and label us deplorable so easily. Why should we coexist with rabid zombies on the loose who seek to blur the lines from right and wrong because they hate the truth? And now you see two kids without a father, now you laughing. When legends fall, the demons celebrate their evil passion. But thank you, Charlie, for this revolution that you started. Brought a broken nation back to God. We're sorry you departed. So Charlie, rest in power. You are holding the kingdom, living in the darkest hour. Give your life for freedom. They will hear our battle cries while the world blurs all the lines. So Charlie, rest in power. Boiling blood, but then it's getting hotter. Reading comments from Antifa sounding like they plotted. I won't lie, I'm getting kinda radicalized. My demons wanna dance, God help me be more Christ-like. Politicians say we gotta dial down the rhetoric, then call us white supremacists. Ignite the fear, it never ends. While thinking then some kid ain't watching, taking notes and grab his daddy's 30-06 from his garage and carry out a mission. Charlie never wanted us to lower to the level, fall into their hands until we all dancing with the devil. It's getting biblical, culture war criminals. They think they're so untouchable, but man, they so delusional. You were the face of the American dream, the spiritual embodiment of Reagan and Kennedy. And Trump would not be 47 if it wasn't for you. You pulled off a miracle, and man, we owe it all to you. So Charlie, rest in power. You are holding the kingdom, living in the darkest hour. Give your life for freedom. They will hear our battle cries while the world blurs all the lines. So Charlie, rest in power. You will carry on the fight. Oh, we will carry on the fight. Oh,
Okay.
Alt F4. Downloads.
So what do you think?
I love it.
So you like that? Feeling
Yeah.
it? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good. It's powerful. I like that too.
So, a lot of the so Charlie Kirk was a Christian. I'm a Christian as well.
Right.
And so, that guy also threw in some, biblical things and
So some biblical references in there that you caught. Okay.
some biblical things, some things in there. But you know, I like the R.I.P. rest in power thing. That was good.
Yeah, that's
That was
dope.
good.
Yeah.
That was
Well,
pretty
just
pretty good. Good
the
play
overall
play
vibe
on
of
the
the
rest in
song.
peace thing.
Oh yeah, the vibe of the song is with the singing. It does. It's like wow. Okay. Like
Yeah.
this is powerful. So you don't feel it's a
So yeah, and I feel like also, like um what what he represented. I mean, it's hard to put into words what he represented. What he also said is that Trump wouldn't have been 47th president without him, which I think even Trump even kind of gives him a little bit of credit for that as well.
really. So
Because
he had a hand in Trump's getting reelected. You think?
yeah, because what he did was when he went to those college campuses,
I think Biden
that
had a hand in that.
well,
Because we were all so sick of Biden.
sick of Biden and didn't want to see Kamala in office for sure.
That too.
That's part of it. But what Charlie Kirk would try to do, and I'm not trying to do this whole like, oh, he's so much, everybody's celebrating him because he's this great person because he died or whatever.
Mhm.
Even before he died, I mean, what his influence was on college campuses. And what he would do is he would bring people on stage and basically let them say what they want to say. Let them
Okay.
say their little piece, their little liberal indoctrination piece that
I was
they
going to say
got
a
from
lot of them
their
were probably woke that he was pulling up there, right?
woke people. He would invite them up there, let them say what they needed to say or what they felt they needed to say,
Uh-huh.
and then he would call them out on their bullshit and
Ah.
really like challenge them to say, do you really believe this? Or does this really make sense? Or does this not really make sense?
Right.
And of course, him being a Christian as well, sometimes he would throw some little Bible stuff in there. And, for people who believed in the Bible, it actually helped them because it's like, oh, I never saw it that way before. If the Bible says that, maybe I should rethink this, this idea.
Right.
A lot of times at the very beginning, he talked, he had a little blip about what Charlie was saying about being a victor rather than a victim.
Now that was dope. I like that little clip that he used. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
always born to be a victor, not a victim. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what, a lot of people would kind of push is this, we were talking about it earlier, actually. We were talking about race, how people will always put their like, oh, I'm African American,
I'm a black
therefore
man. You don't know what I've survived, and
or
yeah, shit like
I'm
that.
I'm a step behind you because because I have this black face, or whatever.
Jesus. Yeah. Okay.
And what Charlie Kirk would say is, I'm calling BS on that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that you're a victim. I believe that you're a victor. I believe that you can do things.
Actually, it's funny. Have you ever read Bill Cosby's book, Come On, People, From Victims to Victors?
No, but I bet you it's probably pretty good.
Oh, he's got a lot of really good points in it, man. It's an older
Yeah.
book. Obviously, it was like
Bill Cosby was actually a Republican.
I know. I could tell by it the way he writes.
Yeah, he was a Republican, and a lot of people dissed him for that because they were like, "Oh, you're turning on your people." Blah, 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 blah. All that.
And what's
nonsense.
that too? This whole and that's one cool thing I heard. I took a African American literature class when I was in college, and my teacher happened to be a black woman, and she said, "You know what? I don't like this term black leaders." She's like, "I don't have a leash. I don't have a tail. I'm not being led." And I'm like, damn right. So I really liked her take on that whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so same kind of thing.
Yeah. So I would imagine that book is actually pretty good.
It is. It's on Bard, by the way, if you want to grab it.
What is it?
Again? It's called Come On, People, From Victims to Victors.
All right. I'll read it. I'll check it out.
It's Bill Cosby. It's by Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
So,
it's
good.
Did I ever tell you that Bill Cosby was the uh, main speaker at my actual graduation.
No shit.
Yeah,
Really?
at the
Oh,
University of Southern California.
oh, you went to
Uh,
USC? Really?
yeah,
Wow.
went to
Okay.
USC, graduated in '98 with electrical engineering degree.
You know, my dumbass. I always thought because remember that group Above the Law?
Yeah.
They said something in one of their songs about University of South Central. So I thought, oh,
Oh,
that's what USC stands for. You're
yeah.
thinking that
No.
that was it's University of Southern California, but
Yeah, yeah.
I always
And
thought it
then
was
some
University.
some people call it University of Spoiled Children, which there is some truth to that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
There's a lot of very rich people there
I'm sure, man.
at USC. Um, but he, you know, and now that Bill Cosby was found guilty of all that other stuff that he did, right?
See,
Uh,
that's fucked up
so
too.
there's part of me that's like, now I don't celebrate that Bill Cosby was at my graduation
Right now, you don't
as
want to mention
much.
it. You know,
It's like, yeah, well, yeah, but
that's crazy. That whole thing. I don't know if I believe all that, man. Honestly,
yeah,
with
I don't
him,
know. I don't know.
but
It's just a little. I don't know. I mean, it's possible.
yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say it didn't happen, but
Yeah.
it just sounds very strange to me. Like he's drug it. Like, dude, this is the guy who, I mean, shit. But then
I
again,
know, but depravity comes in different forms. So
true that.
yeah.
True.
But jumping back into Charlie Kirk for a second, what he also said is that you know um, that people will call him a fascist and people will call him this and that, which they have. A lot of people have celebrated his death.
Okay, I'm hearing that. And that's fucked up. You know what I'm
It is
saying?
fucked up.
Well,
It
it's
is
like
fucked
fucked
up.
up to celebrate anyone's death. I mean,
Yeah.
unless you're a gang member and it's a rival, you know.
See,
Well,
but this
come
is
on,
this
dude.
is this is. I mean, I've seen it like it's almost like this. You'll see like a TikTok or a Facebook post, and it's
Uh-huh.
almost like this. Yeah, did you hear about Charlie Kirk? Yeah, they got him right in the neck. Ah, ah. Like
That's
it's like
actually dumb.
literally like dancing on his grave, dude. It's
Well, I
crazy.
know Cruise Control's told me some stories about his improv group, which
Mm.
again, I don't know how he can be around those people, man. Honestly,
Yeah, I don't know
I,
either.
I mean, he complains about them all the time. I'm like, how could you even, like roll with these motherfuckers? Like, dude, I couldn't even. I don't want to be around these people. I'd have to take a fucking, they'd have to sandblast me after every every
Yeah,
class or whatever.
yeah.
So,
And
but
then the one thing that a lot of people will point to, which if you take it out of context, it's bad. It sounds bad, but if
yeah,
you really look at it for real, it's actually something to really think about and to really like let it roll around in your brain for a little bit. What he
right.
talks about a lot is DEI,
Oh yeah, dude.
and what he talks about is if I get on an airplane. This was one example. If I get on an airplane and the guy happens to be black, the pilot happens to be black, I am nervous that he just got in because he's black and not
Mm-hmm.
because he was qualified.
Well, and you
And
hope that's not the
he said
case.
and he said, and I don't want to feel like that, but
Right.
I do because of DEI.
Right. Whereas if there wasn't DEI and the pilot happened to be black, you're just like, oh, okay, well, this dude obviously passed pilot school. He
Exactly.
rocked it out, whatever. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
And,
Yep.
what somebody not Charlie Kirk, but some other video kind of explained it to me, and I was like, then that's I never had a problem with him saying that, but
Yeah. Yeah.
this other video put it into way more perspective than I thought of, and it's
Hmm.
like this. Let's say that there are 100 pilots, and you want to get like the top 5%,
Right.
and the top 5% happen to be all white.
Hmm.
All right.
Okay.
But you have to do this DEI thing. So
Yeah.
now you're dipping into the not the top 5%, but you're getting rid of one of the 5%, top 5%, to get somebody that's maybe in the lower 15% because that person happens to be black.
And
Now
see,
he's
that's
he's
yeah.
pretty damn good. He's in the 85th percentile, right? He's a pretty good pilot, but he's
Right.
not the best. He's not the best. And because he happens to be black, we're gonna let him in.
See, yeah, they're
And I'm
basing
like,
it all on race. It's stupid. It's
Yeah.
actually it's just as bad as being racist, in my opinion.
I
You know what I'm
think
saying?
so. I think
So
so.
it's the same thing. But I guess going back to the song itself, so you don't feel it's a clout chasing thing. You think it was a genuine, a good you know, a good
I
representation.
do. I
Okay.
do. I do.
Because I just, I'm thinking back to the days of, the Tupac Biggie. All of a sudden,
Mm.
everybody was doing songs about Tupac and tribute, and I'm just like, oh man, shut the fuck up. And
yeah,
actually,
I've never liked "I'll Be Missing You." I have
Oh.
never liked that song.
that's a garbage. Well, I never
I
liked
have
the original
always
either.
hated that song, and
Yeah.
everybody that I know who knows me knows that I hate that song.
Well, like I said, even the original of the song, the Police version, I didn't
Yeah.
like either.
I love that.
Really? I don't like that song. I just, I
you know
never
why?
did like
You
it.
know why I like it though? Because I was into that like psychotic rap kind of stuff,
Uh,
and
oh, so yeah.
it is actually Sting confirmed it, that it is very stalkery. It is a very stalkery
Oh.
song.
Fuck yeah. Well, that's why I think it bothered me so much. Like, I'll be
Yeah.
watching you. I'll be up, I'm just like,
No,
oh,
no, no.
that's-
And so a lot of times when I'd mess around and sing it, I'd be like, I'd be watching you, just like
Okay.
do like almost like a whisper voice kind of thing. Like
So the Lucifer in you back
yeah,
then.
little stalkery vibe there. And I'm like,
Oh,
that's
man.
some gangster stuff right there, man. And wow.
Yeah. Well, that's yeah, dude. Well, shit. Here's I want to show you a Suno song I did.
All right.
Contents of a Dead Man's Pocket.
Screen sharing
All right,
and
let's go.
control. HP Zoom Workplace.
Okay,
Suno songs.
here we go,
Peripheral,
Suno songs.
MP3.
Oh.
Item C. Collegic Cocoon. FC. Constipation Blues. FC. Contents of a Dead Man's Pocket cover.
Okay, here we go.
MP3.
Contents of a Dead Man's Pocket. Now, I wrote the lyrics, but it's just
All right.
AI doing the vocals. for
Sure,
it,
of course.
so-
Of course.
And I came up with the styles I wanted to use. So here
Yeah.
we go.
Enter.
Check this out. Here we go. Come on, bitch. Play.
Constipation Blues. Media player.
Oh, here it goes. It's just taking a second.
Contents of a dead man's pocket. Contents of a dead man's pocket. Contents of a dead man's pocket. Contents of a dead man's pocket.
I like the beat already.
Okay.
When somebody dies, there's hurt and there's pain, but you want to capitalize for your personal gain. From Charlie Curk to Tupac, all the vultures would line up. Now here's the real insult, is how you try to find stuff. It's such a conspiracy how they wanted him dead, but it's just a dirty plot you concoct in your head. Let's make a song about it, or the topic for podcast. Let's see who's going to hell, you're incurring God's wrath. You want to be this crusader that avenges their death, because you masquerade like an angel that pretends to be blessed. You're just trying to get comments, likes, and accumulate clickbait. You don't care about the person or the family, the almighty dollar dictates. Don Henley said it best when he dropped dirty laundry. You're gaining from the death while loved ones are in a quandary. Someone's unfortunate ending becomes your favorite topic. You're an evil fuck. Contents of a dead man's pocket. You're an opportunist asshole. Somebody's dead. The fact they're in the ground is what's keeping you fed. Someone dies on your watch. I don't think you'd stop it. You wait till they're gone to start going through their pocket. If you die owing money, corporations will get it. You can't take it with you and we can't call it credit. They gotta pay for your burial, but your debt's more important. They'll take your house, your accounts until they paid every portion. You're in the ground while they're in the black. They're still collecting money while you're flat on your back. Can't forget about the charge from the funeral home. It's amazing what they'll take from you when you're gone. In life you were a consumer, it's even more when you're dead. It doesn't matter if you died on the floor of the bed. We gotta get that cash is the overall mindset. It's really unfortunate if it wasn't your time yet. When you were born you were broke and you're dying the same way. It's the nature of the beast, it's just the way that the game's played. What was left for your kids is now somebody's profit. You're left with nothing. Contents of a dead man's pocket. You're an opportunist asshole. Somebody's dead. The fact they're in the ground is what's keeping you fed. Someone dies on your watch. I don't think you'd stop it. You wait till they're gone to start going through their pocket. Family members are the worst when they know that you're dead. What did they leave me in the will is what goes through their head. They'll fight over your estate and scream it's not fair. One gets the house while someone else gets the easy chair. This shit gets messy. Some will bring in attorneys, tearing families apart, and man, it really gets dirty. You call them your loved ones, but more like your cash cow. You just want to get that payout that your relatives pass now. The way they carry on, oh man, it's so evil. They care about material items more than tangible people. Now you got a plot, will they really come visit? Everything you own, they should have buried you with it, so they couldn't get shit. Cut them off like a faucet. That's what you get for going through the content. That's what you get for going through the contents of a dead man's pocket.
All right.
F4, suno song.
So that's contents of a dead man's pocket.
So how did you get the beat to go like that, or they just created something like that?
You know what I did is I wrote in East Coast boom bap, conscious rap. I think I wrote spiritual rap. I can't remember all the things I tried to use. So I came up with the styles, and then I wrote the lyrics. You know, there's a little box right there.
Yeah, I know. I got the lyric. So what I end up doing a lot of times, and I, you know, I don't do it as much as you do. I don't have that much time on my hands, I don't think. But,
when I'm done, you know, it doesn't take long. It really doesn't.
No, it really doesn't. What I did, I actually wrote a Jesus song. It's a Jesus hip hop song. Pretty good.
Dude, actually, well, after I'm done showing you, I'll show you one more song. And then after that, I'll stop screen sharing. I made it where multiple people can share, I think. So if you want to, do you want?
Yeah,
I mean, if you want,
see if I can pull it up. But what I did was I knew what I wanted the song to sound like, so I beatboxed the beat. I beatboxed the beat, and then I put the lyrics in, and then of course they kind of made their own like song out of it. Like there's the chorus part, like there's a song that, you know, it makes it a song. It sings.
Right.
And it's actually pretty good. I was like, I couldn't have come up with anything better than that. It's not bad.
Now they did put the scratches in at the end. I didn't do that. You know?
Yeah. I know that.
So
yeah, they've done that with some of my beats too. So a lot of times what I do is I do the Michael Jackson thing. You know Michael Jackson used to do that, right?
What's that? Beatbox?
He used to beatbox his own songs. He wanted it to sound a certain way, and he's like, that's what I want it to sound like.
Oh, so Michael Jackson was the original human beatbox.
He was.
Wow. Okay.
I've heard him too, and I'm like, he's not bad at all. You know, like
I've never heard of beatbox. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'll show you a couple of like shorts that I found, like little videos from YouTube. They're like 2-3 minutes long, not even that long. And it's just him beatboxing. I'm like, damn, he's not bad, man.
Michael Jackson beat, man, I never would have thought in a million years.
Wow. And that's the rumor that he did a lot of his songs that way. Like, of course Quincy Jones was involved in all that shit, but
that's all he had to feed Quincy is just, I want my shit to be like,
I want it to sound, exactly.
Or
something like that, Yeah.
Huh. Wow.
So it's almost like Michael Jackson was like the first human beatboxer, and Quincy Jones was the first suno. he took his beat. And
he's the suno. Yeah, he was suno before suno was.
Before suno, there was Quincy.
Quincy fucking, he's amazing as a producer, obviously. Jesus.
Yeah.
But all right, so one more. So I'll give you a choice. We can either learn the language, or we can hear.
I want to talk about this dead man's pocket thing for a second.
Okay. Go for it.
I like it. There was one thing that you were talking about, like later on the third verse, that kind of got me like thinking.
Oh, about the families. Yeah,
about the families, right? There is so I'm a big time one of the old school like classic Twilight Zone.
Oh, the old school 80s Twilight Zone shit, right?
No, 60s.
Oh, 60. Okay. 60s. Sorry, I was thought
with Rod Serling. All right.
Okay.
And so a lot of people think it's boring because first of all it's in black and white, but
right.
I'm blind. I don't give a shit. It's in black and white.
As long as you can hear it, you don't give a fuck.
I can hear it. It's fine. And of course, it's very dialogue driven, so you know what's going on screen most of the time.
Right.
you know. Um, but there's an episode. It's a very it's one of the greater episodes of the Twilight Zone. It's called The Masks, and
Oh,
basically it's about this guy who is on his deathbed, and his family is a bunch of pricks, just like you're
just
talking
like the
about.
ones I'm talking about in the song,
bunch
yeah.
of bunch of pricks. He's a rich man. He's a rich old man,
Hmm.
and they're basically waiting for him to die.
Oh
Is
shit.
basically what, you know what I mean? And
Oh
he
wow.
he he knows it. He knows that they're that way. He knows that that's what they came to visit him for, is to see him die, and take their share of
That's
their
even worse though. It's like fuck,
wealth.
you know it, but you
Like
can't do anything, you know?
like nah, but that's the thing. He did do something. He paid them back. So Twilight Zone is all about kind of like giving people payback for shit that they did a lot of times.
Oh, okay.
And so what he did was he had these masks made that were like so the thing was based in Louisiana, and it's during Mardi Gras is when it happens
Oh,
supposedly, right?
okay.
And so it was made by this Cajun person, and Cajun people can be kind of magical, witchcrafty
Oh,
kind of
it's
people.
like the voodoo type shit, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
uh-huh.
And so the masks look like fucking ugly things,
Well,
and
they have masks at Mardi Gras, right? These kind of
yeah,
weird.
yeah, exactly. But these masks are like super ugly, right? And he
Okay.
made he basically says, "You wear these fucking masks, or you don't get shit from my will. Like, you don't get nothing."
Oh,
So they have to play along, right?
okay.
And since you probably won't watch the episode, I'll just give you the spoiler. The spoiler at the end is that he does end up dying. Um, but when they take the masks off, the face that's on the mask is now molded onto their face.
Oh, so they got to wear it forever.
They got to wear it forever, even though they get his riches. I'm sure they still got his
They still
riches,
got to wear his face.
but they got to wear the faces that he put on them, basically.
Oh, wow. So
Uh
like
huh.
his last laugh in death, you know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah, he got him in the end. Like, I got you, bitches.
Nice. That's kind of cool, man. I like that. I like to hear
It's,
shit like
it's
that.
it's a really good episode. Really good episode. Love it.
Nice.
It's one of those things that even though I know what's going to happen at the end, I could watch it all the time and still not get bored with it.
Right.
Because he be throwing some one-liners that I'm like, damn, he's just throwing like, you know, I know you guys are full of shit, is basically what he's telling them. I know you're full of
Right.
shit. I know you're here. At the end, I think he even says something like, yeah. He starts coughing a little bit, like, I'm not feeling good, whatever.
Right.
And his daughter says, um, uh, "Are you okay, father?" And he goes, "At last, a note of hope in your voice." Like, basically,
And
like,
they're not
yeah,
even
you
picking
bitch,
up on
you
the
know you want to see me die.
yeah, and they're not picking up on the nuance, are they? They're just like, wow.
So sometimes they'll pick up on it, but a lot of times he just throws like just stuff at him. Like, it's very sarcastic, very one-linery. It's a hilarious episode. But
So
that
yeah,
that reminded me of that entire like verse reminded me of that, like, families just coming to get your shit.
yeah.
Um, in fact, there's a part where he says, "Yeah, I know you're waiting for me to die," and he says something like, you came with one hand to say bon voyage, and with the other hand to collect all my shit," basically. I mean,
Right.
they don't cuss in the show, but I
Well, of
mean,
course, but I know
yeah,
basically that's what he's saying. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's basically what he's
So,
saying.
well, I kind of ripped that a little bit from K Reno had a song called Family Fools, which is pretty much
Oh,
about that whole thing,
that's
about
funny. About
so
families taking money from,
yeah, same deal. Well, they're talking about,
the
the
will
family
or
fighting
whatever.
over the person's, belongings and
Yeah,
possessions
it's
and
so
shit.
stupid, dude.
Yeah, oh totally. So yeah, it's
Like,
cool, man.
even when my mom passed away, people were talking about, like, "Hey, what can we sell?" I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here!" Like, I don't know what she has, but I don't need any
Well,
of it.
well, that's like my dad was just like, oh, when my great aunt died, and he's like, oh, she's got a lot of records, and do you think how much a Beatles record would be worth? And I'm like, I don't fucking know.
I don't know, and I don't care. Like, can you at least mourn that she died? Damn.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Like
what
we're trying to price how much a Beatles record's gonna go for. Shit. You know? So and he
you
was
know how
naming
much
off
the White Album costs?
yeah, that's what it was. He was like naming off all his, what about a Rolling Stones album? What about and I'm like, I don't know. Wouldn't know. Sorry.
One of my favorite Rolling Stones songs I could play over and over is "Painted Black." I love that shit.
Oh. You know what? Fuck, let me think. Well, my favorite. Well, I like a lot of Rolling Stone stuff, but
Oh,
I'm
you make a grown man cry.
oh, that's are you make, you know at the end of that he says you'll make a
I
dead
know.
man come.
Yeah.
I thought my buddy was full of shit when he told me that. He was like, dude, at the end, he says you make a dead man come. And I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up. You're full of shit. And I listened to this shit one day and I go, son of a bitch, he says he is saying that.
It's crazy shit, man.
Wow. But I like Beast of Burden and what's the other one that he does? Do 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 do.
Oh
Or
yeah, that's a good one too.
or I used to love her is great. And I used to love her, but it's all over now. That's a good one. He's got Sympathy for the Devil is good.
I like the "It's All Right Now," whatever that song is. In fact, it's a gas.
Jumping Jack Flash is a blast. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that one.
That was banging. I love it. No, I love that one too. Or Brown Sugar is good.
Yeah.
God, so many good songs, man. But I was always more partial to the Stones than the Beatles. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I'm not. Maybe because I heard a lot of the Beatles before I was like freaking old enough to even understand music that much.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just not. I think if I grew up with them and like actually like I was in my 20s or whatever, then I'd be like, oh man, these Beatles, these are like new sound. It's a new sound. But I've heard all kinds of Beatles before I even you know
You know what I think Mick Jagger is just more relatable. Like when you listen, he seems like he assimilates to America more so than the Beatles did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like you had to be a certain, I don't know, in a certain mindset to be into the Beatles music. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some Beatles songs
also,
I like.
I think also like girls at the time, they were just like, oh, it's a boy band.
That's true. They were like the NSYNC of the
and they didn't
60s.
They didn't give a shit about the lyrics. They didn't care.
Oh no, hell no. but
I mean, if you think about it, man, after a while, dude, they did a lot of experimentation after a while.
Oh, when
like
they start doing
we all live in a yellow submarine. That's
all
some
the psychedelic
shit
they were doing,
bro.
Oh yeah, all that psychedelic drug shit, Strawberry Fields, and I heard the paper, or what was it? I've read the news today. Oh boy, da 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 da. It's like, okay, this is some weird shit. But the Stones
fucking
always
Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds and shit.
Oh yeah,
like what the fuck? What are you talking about?
Yeah, a lot of their shit was very drug induced. And it's kind of like Pink, like I used to not like Pink Floyd's music. Now I kind of respect them a little more. But you're right.
Yeah.
If you haven't really been dabbling in those kind of things, you're just kind of like, what, psychedelic? Okay, I guess I have to drop some acid to really feel what they're talking about here. Yeah.
I've always loved Hendrix.
Hendrix is good. Hendrix has some good, some good shit. So
well, here's what I learned about Hendrix, because I ended up getting his greatest hits, right?
Oh, okay.
And in the little
the book
thing, like the liner notes and shit like that, right? He basically said, I know I can't sing.
Really?
He said, I know I can't sing. We just needed a singer, and I was it. So I just got in there. And so that's why a lot of times he talks. It's almost like he raps, right?
Please excuse me while I kiss the sky. Yeah,
yeah. But if you think about it, he's not saying, purple haze all in the sky. Like he's not doing that. He's saying purple haze. Like it's like he's talking almost.
Get your mind together. Kind of.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
right. Well, it's kind of like Ice-T was once saying when he was like, I was the front man for Body Count, and he's like, but really, who in rock can sing? So it's kind of like, he's like, I know I couldn't sing. He's like, but who in rock does really have a melodious, nice voice? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But he was like, we couldn't find anybody. And I mean, because he's an excellent guitar player.
Oh, fuck.
But he's like, we couldn't find anybody. So I was it. And I just did it just to fill in the gap. I wasn't trying to be like this excellent singer because he was a much better guitar player than he was anything else,
Right. Well, that's what he's known for. Jesus, Jimi Hendrix, So yeah, man, good old Jimi Hendrix. But no, but Pink Floyd,
move over, Rover, and let Jimmy take over.
Exactly. Oh, and by the way, he doesn't say, "Please excuse me while I kiss this guy."
This guy. Yeah, I know. I know about that.
Stupid. It's called the Mando Green.
Well, what's really funny about that is I've never thought that that's what he said.
I didn't either. I thought he said kiss
because
the sky.
he was talking about getting high. So hello, what do you think?
I'm getting so fucked up. I'm going to kiss the sky.
I'm going to kiss the sky. I'm that high. I'm right here, near where the sky is. I'm so high that I'm near where the sky is. Let me kiss it.
Actually, there's so many funny Mando Greens. The Beatles had "She's Got a Ticket to Ride." They thought it was "She's Got a Tick in Her Eye." So
that's hilarious.
People are on some pretty dumb shit.
She got a tick in her eye.
Oh, if you put in famous Mando, they're called Mando Greens. That's the term that they use for when you think a song said something it didn't say. So yeah.
That's funny, man.
So, all right, man, I'm going to give you one more. So either learn the language or vinibral. Which one do you want?
Let's go with let's go and learn the language.
All right.
L.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Downloads. Screen share HP Zoom Workplace.
No,
Search
fuck
Suno songs. Downloads.
Oh,
Suno songs. Suno songs. L. Zoom Workplace. Items view multi-select list box.
You're going too fast, man.
Peter
here we go.
Language. MP3.
Here we go. Learn the language. Here it is. All right.
Enter.
Check this out.
Media player. 00.
Yeah.
You come to a country and you can't even speak the language. I'm sick of jumping in the Uber and hear you speaking Spanish. Hell nah, homeboy. You work with the public, plus you get benefits that citizens can't get, and you motherfuckers love it. Then I should learn your language to help me out in the workforce, so we can cater to you when you came over here dirt poor. Then you come with this story that you left your country to escape persecution, but that's a line of bullshit. You try to create that illusion. If you had to leave your country tomorrow, man, I'm sick of that argument. Then you bring over your 10 kids and rent a 1-bedroom apartment. You wanna act entitled when you can't even communicate. Living on the taxpayer's dime with a reason you're doing great. Press 1 for English, how about press 2 to deport you? You getting free room and board and diaper, drink to support you. That's not my main beef, that you always take advantage, but it's the fact you get all these privileges and won't even learn the language. Burrito enchilada, frijoles en tostadas, send your ass back to Mexico or even Guatemala. I don't care if you're from Mars or some other planet. If you're gonna live here, then you have to learn the language. These people work in the public, they serving your burgers. I feel if you won't learn the language, you can't get emergency service. They can't communicate, but they get a driver's license, and it's an uphill battle if you even try to fight them. If you won't speak English, I'll just wave you away. But now you're forced to deal with them, it's a game of charades. Some do speak English, but they petulant liars. They thinking we'll talk shit or they can get something biased. It's like that movie Quest of Fire where everybody's a caveman. Open up our borders, yeah, that's really a great plan. They bring diseases and drugs, crime and bed bugs. They overrun these major cities, now they sanctuary hubs. You see the picture I'm painting, yeah, it's quite a big canvas. And it all starts from day one when they won't learn the language. Burrito enchilada, frijoles and tostadas. Send your ass back to Mexico, even Guatemala. I don't care if you're from Mars or some other planet. If you're gonna live here, then you have to learn the language. Force me to learn your language, now that shit gotta go. Stock shelves at a Walmart, clean rooms at the Bellagio. I refuse to enable you, I know, and it sucks. That's one of the main reasons that I voted for Trump. White Americans get upset because they gardener got deported. Now they have to hire Americans and they can't afford it. Well, pick up a tree trimmer and do it yourself. Don't get mad at ICE because you're losing the health. You're screwing yourself, biting into this plan. Hold them accountable when they come to your land. When I walk into a subway, you should know how to make my sandwich and you should communicate effectively. So go learn the language. Burrito enchilada, frijoles and tostadas. Send your ass back to Mexico or maybe Guatemala. I don't care if you're from Mars or some other planet. If you're gonna live here, then you have to learn the language. These people can't even take simple instructions because they can't even speak the language. That's a self-inflicted disability, my boy. Don't try to shame me because I refuse to learn Spanish. Oh, and I love how corporate America jumps on the bandwagon with this shit. Oh, now I'm more marketable because I'm bilingual. I'm bisexual too. I use both hands.
Alt F4, suno song.
I'm gonna stop
I love it.
screen.
Place.
All
I'm
right,
gonna-
so
Screen sharing
I'm
meeting
gonna
control.
stop
Screen
screen.
share
It's
button.
Alt control. What is it? Alt Control S, right?
Alt Shift S.
Alt Shift S. God, that's such a weird.
Your screen.
It is.
Okay, all right. That is a strange. You like? Whoa. Okay.
E combination, but it worked. It worked. Your screen
It
is
did
off
work. It sure the
Yeah.
fuck worked because I heard it said stop screen share stop. So I don't know
Right,
if
cool.
you want to share some shit.
now. Yeah. I do.
Okay.
So me being Hispanic, you would think that I'd get all up in arms about it, but I'm in total agreement with it, and I'll tell you why. There's so many things that I could say about this. Golly, where
Right.
to begin? Where to begin?
Right.
First of all, being Hispanic, and then in Lubbock, Texas, there's a lot of Hispanics here.
Right.
However, most Hispanics here, at least, do know how to speak English well enough to where
Oh, I'm moving to
Uh,
Lubbock.
I won't get ridiculed for not knowing Spanish. They'll
So
ask,
it's the
they'll
other way
ask
around
me,
too.
they'll ask me if I know Spanish because there's certain words that don't exactly translate from Spanish to English.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so different languages, different etymologies or whatever they call that, different language things that you can't really say or that they don't exactly translate correctly. So I know a little bit of Spanish just because I've been hanging out with a bunch of Hispanics lately. My wife's Hispanic.
Right.
My wife and her family, they mix it up. They speak Spanish and English.
Does she
Of
speak
course,
fluent Spanish? Can she?
she claims that she cannot. I call bullshit because when she's talking to some people who only know Spanish, she can carry a
rattle it good.
conversation. She can do it.
She's like my brother. My brother's very good. He can speak Spanish, but that's because he took like 4 years of Spanish in high school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So-
but hers is because her family is Hispanic. I mean they will break out into Spanish, but they also mix enough English in there, and I'm like, oh, I know what you're talking about. I got
Right.
it.
It's not
I got
just a
it.
straight conversation in Spanish.
No.
You're like, what the fuck
No.
was just said?
Yeah.
Right.
And every once in a while they'll do that, but it's not like they're trying to be assholes. They just do it. It just happens.
That
But the
Yeah.
reality is, and in fact, even her mom and I had this conversation about this exact thing,
okay.
about learning the language, about knowing the language.
Right.
My wife's mom could probably carry on a conversation pretty reasonably decently. I think my wife is actually better at Spanish than she is, but she said the same thing. We both agree that when people come here, they need to at least try to learn the language.
Exactly. Man.
Because English is the primary language of America.
Exactly. It's what we all speak. here in
It's
America.
the primary language of America.
Yeah.
And my argument, one of my primary arguments is, let's go to Mexico and see if they want to, if they translate anything into English for us. They won't.
Exactly. And if we
They
get
won't
butthurt, and if they don't
because
speak Spanish, or if they won't speak English,
because because Spanish is their primary language. Fucking learn the language. That's what they're going to tell you too. They're going to tell
exactly.
us that.
Now,
They're going to tell us to learn the language.
having said that, when I go into a public place, if I
Mhm.
see, because I've seen some people do this shit too,
Mm-hmm.
where if they hear people speaking Spanish, right away they'll go English, and you're like, shut, dude, fuck you. They're talking to themselves. They're having a conversation amongst themselves. I don't care about that. I just want you to be able to communicate with me. So
exactly.
But
so a lot of the Hispanics around here can do that. They can talk to each other in Spanish, and then they'll talk to you in English.
Right,
and,
as long as they can
and their
communicate with
English is not broken. It may be a little, but not enough to where it's like, I don't understand what the fuck you're saying.
But even if it's a little, like, there's a guy that goes to the bar I go to. His name is Victor, and his English is pretty broken, but he still can communicate what he needs to communicate.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So he's still able to. He tries, man.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm asking.
That's
Just
all we
try.
need, man. That's all we need.
But don't get ass hurt, because I won't. I don't know what the fuck you're saying. I've actually had some people that they get all pissed off because I don't know Spanish. I'm like,
yeah,
hey, Paco.
Well, what's worse about that is that I look Hispanic, so I should know the language, and the reality is that I don't know the language. I don't know it enough. Man.
You were born here, right? You're Chicano. Yeah. So I mean, that's just.
But I mean, the thing is that in reality, I probably should know the language. I took 3 years of Spanish or whatever the fuck it was, and I know enough to get by, but I don't know enough. Half the time I have to really think about what I'm saying before I say it. And I don't like that, like, I don't like to figure it out. Like,
here's the crazy thing with, like, I can listen to a conversation and kind of get a little gist of what they're talking about, but I couldn't speak it back to them. I couldn't communicate.
Yeah, exactly.
Something,
that's me too. So some people will actually ask me, do you speak Spanish? And in California, honestly, when they would ask me, do you speak Spanish?
And you said no.
And I said no. I was like ridiculed, dude.
Wow.
Almost like a how dare you be Mexican and not know Spanish? What the fuck is wrong with you?
So you were like called a sellout or some other kind of shit, huh?
Probably called all kinds of shit. Who knows, right?
Wow.
But
dude,
I could hear the what really? And then it'd be like, all right, well, let me speak to you in my broken English so we can communicate, but I don't really want to do this because I see your face and it's Hispanic, and I don't want to have to do that. I want to be able to speak to you in Spanish, and I want you to understand, and I want you to speak back to me in Spanish. And it's like, I can't do it. Sorry.
It seems like they're
sorry, not sorry, right? Sorry, not sorry.
Exactly. Yeah, sorry, not sorry, fucker. You should know the language. And it just seems like I find that a lot with Mexicans, where they just don't want to learn the fucking language.
Because honestly, like you were saying in the song too, they don't have to. Because what corporate does is they for English press 1, for Spanish press 2. Well, if I press 2, then I can not speak English to anybody.
That's true. Well, like I said in the song too, I feel if you don't know the language, you shouldn't get emergency services.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey man, dude, that's if I go to Iraq and I need 911, and I can't speak Duncoon, well, I guess I'm fucked, aren't I?
Right. Right. Exactly.
So, hey, dude, can I pause this real quick? Cause I got to piss.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna pause it. No, everybody else won't know, but you will. And I'm gonna come back, and then you can start sharing some of your stuffs with me, man. Even if they're instrumentals or whatever the hell you got going on.
All right.
So give me a second, man. All right. I just had to drain my bladder, but now I'm back. And so Louie, Louie Loke, man, you got some shit for us, huh?
Yeah. It's just a little something,
Okay.
it's not too long and it's not too Christian-y, so it's not like it's gonna be like, it's not gonna like
It,
infiltrate the audience or something like that.
man,
It
you
was
know
just
what?
something. It
I
was just something
mean,
it was something I was tinkering with. Because I heard you talking about like doing lyrics and stuff like that,
oh fuck
and
yeah, yeah.
I was like, let's just toy around with something. Let's just mess around with something.
See how it comes
So
out. Okay.
yeah, see how it comes out. And what I did was I actually beatboxed the beat a little bit.
Okay.
Um, and so the beat is kind of my own in a sense. I mean, it's not. It's very basic. It's a very basic beat. And then I put some lyrics to it, and this is kind of what it came
This
out
is the
with.
byproduct of it.
This is a
Okay.
byproduct of it.
All
Here we
right.
go.
Let's hear it, man. Let's hear what you got.
Jesus paid it all. So even when I fall, all I have to do is give the Lord a call. Jesus paid it all. So even when I fall, all I have to do is give the Lord a call. The things I find myself doing, I do not want to do. You may laugh, but it can happen to you. Things get crazy in this world from without and from within. We get trapped in our sin and can't stand the skin we're in. What you gonna do when sin comes crawling? What you gonna do when things start falling? Lean not on your own understanding, don't think twice. Everyone who trusts in him will call on Jesus Christ. Jesus paid it all. So even when I fall, all I have to do is give the Lord a call. Jesus paid it all. So even when I fall, all I have to do is give the Lord a call.
Hey, you had me hoping for another verse, man.
I know. I was just messing around though. I was just like, let's just see how it sounds or what it
That was
does.
that was dope. I actually and oh hey, listen, I wrote a kind of a religious type song too, sort of. It's called All
Mhm.
Praises Due, where I'm actually
Okay.
talking about like because I'm not a religious person,
Yeah.
but I still do praise God. I'm kind of saying
Yeah.
like how people that boy when something goes wrong they're willing to blame God, but they never thank God when they have some good shit go down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, but that's banging, dude. I actually like I said, there's some good Christian. A lot of the Christian pop I actually like, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, damn. Well, that's dope. Any other stuff you got up there?
Um, I got one that it, it's so weird how it originated. So,
Okay.
I'll say this. And I don't even know if this is going to become anything or not. It's an instrumental.
All right.
Um, but basically what it was a long time ago, my one of my dogs, she took a piss on the floor,
Was this
right?
Duck Dog? Was this Duck
Yeah,
Dog, man?
it was Duck Dog. It was Duck Dog.
Okay.
She took a piss on the floor, and every time my wife saw piss on the floor, she would always say, bad girl, you're a bad girl, right?"
Uh-huh.
And for some reason, I'm cleaning up the piss, and this idea came into my head, and it was like, "Ooh, you're a bad girl. Ooh, you're a bad girl." And it's almost like
Uh-huh.
it has a double meaning because it's really has to do with the fact that she pissed on the fucking floor.
Oh, that's
But
hilarious.
but then a bad girl is like a bad, she's a bad
Like
looking,
you're a
she's a
bad
bad
chick,
chick.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
you a bad girl, right?
Yeah. That's dope. Okay.
And
That's
so I did this thing with Suno with that idea. There's two of them, but I'm gonna do the remix because I actually like the remix.
the remix
Um,
better.
the remix is better, and I will tell you that it almost has like this Kenny G vibe to it.
Really? Like a smooth jazz type feel?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So
Okay.
so here we go.
All right, let's check it out. shit. Dude.
Yo, check this out. I didn't do this at all. Check it out. So here comes the bad girl part. Can you hear it?
Oh, you're a bad girl. That's funny.
We even got some backup singers going on right here. Check this out right here. It's
Let's
coming
see.
up.
Nice.
Suno is pretty bad, man.
Dude, Suno's dope.
It goes on for like another 30 seconds or so.
I'm grooving. You know what, dude? I almost want to rap to that beat. Like, that would be a great beat to spit over.
I like it, man.
I would totally love to spit over that beat, man. That's a banging ass beat, dude. I
It
like
is.
that.
It really is. It really is a good beat. I was like, man, I couldn't have come up with anything better than that.
Right. Well, it's
Yeah,
that's what's cool though. You just put in, like smooth jazz. I don't know what prompts you use, but
no. You know what I used,
huh,
which is really weird. I didn't put it in any smooth jazz. It came up with that on its own.
really? That wasn't a prompt?
What I put was Bay Area rap.
Bay Area rap, and it gave you that?
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder. I thought it would be a dope beat to spit over, but it still has a smooth. Man, I would assume that was smooth jazz.
You know why? Because I did the little do 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 do. Doom, doom, do, 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 do. And so then it took that and it's like, oh, I could do something better than that. And it said, stamp, 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 stamp. And I'm like, damn, that's way better than what I thought.
I gotta start doing that. Like if I hear a beat in my head, because there are some times when I write those songs on Suno, I have a different vibe in my head. And like for instance, Contents of a Dead Man's Pocket. I had more of a beat that was like more like You know, kind of like that more.
Yeah, yeah. You should actually really like do the recording of your even if you're just it doesn't have to be beatboxing. I mean, I do a lot of beatboxing, but
Yeah. But how
but
many seconds do you have to do, or it doesn't have to
it's
be the whole?
it's a minute. They give
Just
you
a
a
minute.
minute. They
Okay, so
give
if
you
you
a
did it
minute.
from okay, just a minute is all they need, huh?
Yep, and then it just does whatever it wants. Um,
Wow.
I got one more that I think is
Okay.
pretty. I think is pretty good.
All right, let's check it
uh,
out.
and all I did on this one is I just played the piano part. So you'll hear the piano part. Um, I actually call it. Wait, no, it's not that.
So
Hold
so
on.
you plugged your keyboard up to your whatever.
What I did was I recorded this from my keyboard just to like what is it called, a voice recorder on your phone,
Okay.
and then I said to upload that file that it created.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, hold on, let me see.
Yeah, because I've seen that option there, upload whatever,
Yeah,
upload audio or whatever the hell.
right. Let
All
me let
right.
me just play
Trying
it.
to dig for that. Oh yeah.
I also did a Bay Area rap on this one.
This I can hear the Bay Area rap in here.
Yeah,
With that bass line.
yeah. But I like what they did with the violins and shit. You hear all that?
Oh yeah.
That's dope.
But I like the piano little thing. You played that little piano riff, it
Yeah,
sounds like.
that's me. That's totally me. They took that part. But that's all I put in there was that piano part.
Nice. Yeah, the
Well,
strings are pretty dope too.
Watch what it does here. It's pretty dope. I was like, oh, I would have never thought of doing it like this. Here it comes. It's coming. That's badass.
It is. Drops out, then it brings it back little by little.
Uh-huh.
Kind of
Yeah.
thing. Oh.
And you can actually hear it goes. I was like, that's dope.
Just the way it does it is so fucking amazing.
Yeah. I like what it does at the very end right here. Pretty dope.
Kind of like it. Hold on. That brings everything back in.
But watch what it does at the very, very end. Pretty badass, I think.
Almost like a crescendo. It was almost like a crescendo at the end there.
Hell
right?
yeah. Yeah.
It kind of fades it out with the piano.
So
That
pretty
was
good.
dope.
Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff.
I like
man.
it, man. I like it. You got some heat too, man. Bring in heat.
Yeah.
So, And I've kind of been dabbling in other genres too. Like, I had some country stuff and, some other shit, but I figured I'd show you just the highlights, so, but, yeah, that's, it's tight, man. Good shit. So, fuck, man. Well, we're going into a new year, man. Any,
Yeah.
any shit to say about this year or what you think
Oh
next year's going to be?
man.
How you feeling, man?
I think you know how you were talking about. I think you and Cruz, one of you guys was talking about how like it's weird how like the odd number years are like butt fuckulous, and the even number years are like okay.
Yeah, or
I,
better,
yeah, I think I had a little bit of a butt fuckulous year this year, and I'm ready
I
for
did too, man.
I'm ready to turn the page on this year, man.
I had some butt fuckulosity too. Oh, didn't you? Is this where you hurt your leg? Was that this year?
No, that was 23.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I know it seems like it was like yesterday, but no, that was
That was 2
2023.
years ago when you did
Yep,
that?
that was 2 years
Wow.
ago.
Okay. See, my butt fuckulosity was, the funding with my job. I thought I was going to lose my job. Um,
Oh,
and
I
then,
didn't know that.
oh, you didn't know, really? Oh yeah,
No.
dude. There was a funding
Mm.
issue with our, I can give you more of that later, off air.
Yeah.
But basically, we thought we were going to lose our grant funding, and
Man.
that funded my position. They were even telling me, it's best for you to contact human resources, and I went, oh fuck no.
Oh
So
no.
there was that butt fuck. I had to replace my air conditioning. It took a shit on me in August. But having said that, there were still some very positive things that have happened this year too. So I can't say it was totally butt fuckulous, but
Yeah.
there were some butt fuckulous things, but there were also
Yeah.
some very cool things that happened this year too.
Yeah. I don't know. It just seems like it's like a this year kind of blows. I just want to go to 2026 and hopefully it'll be better.
I,
Just
yeah, yeah.
overall, I can't even pinpoint what made it butt fuckulous. Like I didn't hurt myself or do anything stupid, but in the sense, it's just like this year kind of blows. I don't know.
Did you
It
have
just is
had some things that just kind of sucked this year that you were just like, fuck, some
a little bit
mass.
of little bit of financial stuff going
Okay,
on.
okay, yeah, yeah. So there was some
But
little shit.
yeah, but nothing I can't handle. But still, it's kind of like that's a little bit stressful. And then like my wife had to take this pharmacology class,
Oh,
and
okay.
it was super hard. It was almost like my wife is a very smart person. Okay, she's super smart,
Uh-huh.
and that the tests that she took, they made her feel super dumb. And
Uh See,
I'm
I hate
like,
shit like that, man.
I'm like, dude, you're like way smart. And for her to feel like she was just like shit, like she sucked.
I've taken those kind of tests where you just feel complete
Yeah.
like a blithering retard. Like,
Yeah.
what the
Even though,
fuck?
even though she did, read everything, absorbed as much information as possible. It was almost like the test wasn't asking those kind of questions,
Yeah,
you
or
know?
was asking stuff that she didn't know about that was beyond her.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
the time I remember one time years ago, I applied for a job with Farmers Insurance,
Okay.
just when I was looking for anything like a customer service job. And there
Yeah.
was a test you had to take, and they got it in
Mhm.
Braille. They had it in Braille for me, which I
Oh,
was
wow.
impressed.
That is
And
impressive.
but boy, a lot of the terminology, I did not know this shit. I just felt so stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And so it's
Mhm.
like kind of the same thing. I know what your wife probably was going through, where it's just like, man, dude, that's not my fucking feel. I don't know that stuff. I don't
Right.
know. I'm not in the insurance business, so I don't know what are the right answers to give in that. So, yeah, I get it, man. So she had to take that. It was kind of ass ramorous this year.
Yeah, yeah. It was tough, and she barely passed it, like barely, like by one
Oh,
point or something crazy.
damn.
Because so yeah, she was stressing out the whole time, and of course, when she's stressing, I'm
You are
stressing. So I'm
stressing.
like, well,
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm like, I tried to help her, like, you know, because sometimes when two people study together, even if I don't know all the information, it just the ability to like
Or you
feed
could
off of other people or whatever.
or you could quiz her too. Like, okay,
Yeah.
what is this? See,
I can quiz her, or we can just like bounce ideas off of each other. Like, yeah, that makes sense, or no, that doesn't. No, that's not how it works, or
right,
whatever. And so I did that for the last half of it because she was panicking. She was like, "Man, if I don't get this grade in this on this test, I'm gonna fail this class."
right,
It,
right.
it's it these classes, because they're graduate school classes,
Mm.
they're basically like you either pass or you fail.
Fail, and then you can't in your profession. It'll fuck you too. You know what I'm saying?
It
I'm
could.
guessing, right?
I'm sure it could. But here's the deal. So what's considered a passing grade was 80%. When you think about 80%, that's a B.
That's
You
a
know what I
B.
mean?
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So
So,
you essentially have to get a B in order to pass.
so a C would fuck
Like
you, is what you're saying.
A C would fuck you.
Oh wow, dude, that
I
sucks.
know. It's hard.
Damn.
It's hard. It's very hard. I was like, man, that's hard. But she is basically almost done with her master's degree now. And the two classes that she has to take next semester are going to be way easier. They're just research oriented. There's no tests involved. That's what she claims. Um, I mean, I don't think she's seen the syllabus yet, but she says that the hard classes are over. I was like,
Hmm.
wow, okay. So basically, now we're just preparing for her to graduate in May. So it's smooth
Cool, man.
sailing from here on out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Well, you know what else I've noticed too? Sometimes with the whole year thing is like the beginning of the year will be banging as fuck,
Uh
but then
huh.
like at the end, you just get
Mm-hmm.
like the 2 years I can recall right off the top of my head were 1998 and
Mm.
2010. Both of those years, man, they started off amazing. Like, just dude, you could get no higher. And all of a sudden, you just got dropped on your ass, like right in the
Did you graduate in '98 from?
98. I did, and
Okay.
that and
Yeah,
that
I
was
did too.
that was the ass ram. Oh, you mean graduate high school or graduate
No,
college?
college.
Yeah, college 98. Yep.
Yeah, me
And,
too.
and so that was my whole, that was the problem. When I did graduate, then it was time to look for work.
Look for work and you couldn't find anything.
Yep. And I was having a
Yeah,
bitch of a time
that happened
and
to me too.
it was tough, man. I was, thinking at some point, well, am I not, is it, not meant for me to work? What the fuck?
Yeah. I know all of that, man.
Yeah, that was a tough,
I went through all of that too. So
that was a very bleak time for me, man. You could
yeah.
even ask Crews Control. We were roommates at the time, and
Uh-huh.
I was kind of down, man. I wasn't doing well.
You know,
So
there's one thing that I can say about that that I'm sure will resonate with you.
uh,
Um, I I kept trying to apply for engineering jobs and kept getting
oh,
either rejected or like rejected at the end. Like I'd actually get the interview and
right.
then
You do
be
the interview
rejected
as
at the
soon
end.
as after the interview, you got a letter or something,
Yeah,
right?
or some sort of thing like thanks for trying, thanks for applying.
Yep.
And me and my ex-wife we weren't really married. We were just living together.
And the bitches, you had a kid too, so you must have really felt
Yeah,
like shit, dude.
had a kid, right?
Right?
And
Yeah.
and I never showed my emotions. I never like even if things are stressful, even now I don't really do that either. I don't show my emotions. If I'm stressing, no one knows it.
I
No one knows it.
tried to, but you know what? Those closest to me, like analytical fuckers, like Cruise Control,
Uh,
knew.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They
Oh
knew.
yeah.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
sure people like that will know.
Yeah,
Um
yeah.
but I remember I wrote something on a I think it was my daughter's it was like a chalkboard that my daughter had
Huh,
and
right.
I just put on there I feel hopeless. And
Mm.
my ex-wife at the time, or well, my wife at the time, she found it and she goes, "I know we're not on the greatest of terms right now, but I'm still your friend and I don't want you to feel like that. And so I'm hoping that you will find a job soon, or you will get everything in order for yourself. Not for her. You know what I mean? Like she
Just
was
for
more like
you. For you.
concerned for me. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Wow.
that was I remember that I said I feel hopeless. I remember that,
I felt
and
hopeless. I did. I
yeah,
felt that way.
yeah.
I was the same way, and it was just like,
Mhm.
man, there were some times where it was just bleak. Like I
Yeah.
wake up and I'm thinking, why the fuck am I even waking up? What's the point? You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
not that I was suicidal or anything
No.
crazy, but
No.
at the same time, I was just like, what is the point? And why am I getting up? And you know what? There were a few people around me, I think, that could kind of see my, you know, that I was, because matter of fact, after I worked at Camp Bloomfield for the summer, this is summer of '99, when I
Mm.
came back, a few people told me, man, you seem like you're in a better mood. You seem like
Mhm.
you're happier. And I'm like,
Mhm.
wow, okay. So, and it wasn't just Cruise Control. It was a few people around me. There was
Yeah.
a girl I was dating at the time, said the
Yeah.
same thing to me when I went to see her, and I was like, whoa, okay, damn. So,
Ah.
but yeah, man, that's it's kind of how it was. That was 98, man. 98, the beginning of that year was amazing. I just started
Yeah.
dating this chick I was really into. You know, I
Right.
was getting ready to graduate
Yep.
UNLV.
Yep.
And we were doing a lot of open mic stuff at the time. Like I
Mm.
couldn't get no higher, man.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, so I don't
Man,
know,
when I
man.
when I think about that though, it makes 2025 not so bad.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You look back and you go, although that was my other scare.
Damn.
That was my other scare about possibly losing my job. Is
Yeah.
I'm like, oh God, I'm
I
going
got to
back
start from
there.
square one. Square one again,
Yeah.
huh?
See, like I'm that
Yeah.
dude, and you know this because you're a counseling psychology motherfucker. But you know when I'm scared of going backwards, man. Like I actually
Mm.
have nightmares of myself at my age
Mm.
sitting in my old high school class. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I'm going, oh my God, I shouldn't be here. Oh fuck no, you know, and I'm like panicking, you know.
Yeah.
So same kind of thing. It's like I don't want to go back there. Never, never, never. And I kind
Right.
of told myself that too. Like I was like, I never want to go back to unemployment ever. That my two
Yeah.
things that I say I never want to go back to doing again is
Mhm.
unemployment and being on a
Mhm.
CPAP machine.
Oh yeah.
You know what I
Ah.
mean? So
Well, yeah, and you do the exercise to get out to stay off the CPAP,
I
right?
do, and I try to do the exercise and try. Well, I can't say I'm trying to eat better because especially with the holidays, you know what
Yeah.
I mean. But
Well,
at least I'm
that's
cognizant.
that New Year's resolution bullshit that you want to do. Yeah.
No, I don't roll on that either, man, because that
Me
shit,
neither. Me
you
neither. I
know.
don't care about that shit.
Oh, you got to be careful of this too, man. I want to warn not just you, but everybody listening. I had one time a buddy of mine say, man, this is like right as we're going into 2015. And he's like, dude, this is going to be my year. This will be my year. That's what he was saying. And dude, I think
Mm,
it was the worst year of this dude's life, man.
Oh,
So I
man.
be careful making those kind of decrees too, man, because that
Yeah.
might, fuck you up.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I hear
but
you. I hear you.
so yeah, man, that's my advice for whatever the fuck it's worth. I don't know if you have
So
anything for anybody.
so what about 2010? What was that all
Oh, what
about?
happened in 2010? Okay, same thing. I started out. I was dating. Actually, you know the girl, Michelle Godwin.
Uh-huh.
Her and I started dating,
Yeah.
and this is when she lived in Colorado. And I mean, it was great. I mean, we were really into each other,
Mhm.
and we were actually. That's the first girl I've actually used the M word with.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, it was getting serious, homie. But yeah,
Wow.
the thing there was a lot of moving parts there, but basically the reason it didn't work is her parents were still very controlling,
Yeah.
and you probably saw that even in the camp days, you know what I'm saying? And it was just something I didn't notice because I met her mom years ago, but I
I
never met her
never
dad.
I never really I never associated with her or anything.
Oh, okay, so
Not
that was
really.
not somebody that was really in your circle. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wasn't sure how well you knew, but
Mm.
anyway, man, I mean, in the beginning, dude, it was wild. I mean, we and I didn't. It was crazy because I didn't start. We just reconnected on Facebook.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
so to spare you all the details,
But
we
I guess
eventually.
her parents were Catholic or something. I think you said
No,
that they were
they're
like,
born again Christians, dude.
oh, okay, where they were like staunch though, like
Yeah.
conservative, super
Oh
super
yeah.
Christians.
Yep.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, her dad even asked her, "Is he Christian?" That was his
Uh
first
huh.
question.
Uh
And
huh.
but you know what? examining it later, and I've had several people say the same thing to me. They said, you know what? The religion wasn't the thing. Their thing is they wanted a sighted person for their daughter.
It's possible. It's possible.
You know what I'm saying? I heard that from more than my mom was one of them, by the way, that said that. You know,
it's possible. I can't. I can't really say that for sure. You know, you know, because that would be so unfair. You know, in the sense that
well, I can only
you like
speculate.
you no, but what I'm saying is like you have a blind daughter. You know the capabilities of a blind person.
You
Why
think?
would you? Why would yeah exactly? Why would you assume that a blind man couldn't date your blind daughter? Like that's
Yeah,
not you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
that's pretty unfair of them to think that way if they do think that way.
You know what? I don't think it was the mom. The dad is the controlling. But
Oh
he was
sure.
kind of the nemesis throughout
Oh
you know,
sure.
because like I said, he even asked her, "Is he Christian?" And
Mhm.
she told him I was, and
Mm.
then he went to my Facebook and poked around, and that's when he saw some shit.
Ah.
You know what I mean?
But here's the deal. It was her lie that was perpetuated. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
and that bothered me too. I said, "Why did you lie to him?" And she was like,
yeah,
"Because at the end of the day, I just want approval." So with that kind of comment,
yeah,
I'm like, at the end of it, you just want to. You're 35 years old. What the fuck do you care what your dad thinks? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
So,
But
I
my wife is 45 and she cares what her dad thinks.
see that would I would think that would almost fracture relationships and so you know what I mean? I would think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with her dad though, so it's not a big deal.
Well, the
But
dad likes you,
she's still, it,
and see that's it.
yeah.
Her dad never even took the time to get to know me.
Well,
That's
here's the deal with that though too. And he said it before, and I'm like, okay, that's fair. You know, like uh, he's probably never met a blind person in his life, right?
okay,
So
fine.
so he actually has said in public too. He has said, you know, when I first met Louis, I didn't know what to think. Like I didn't know whether a blind person could support my daughter. Like
And okay, and he, you know, he has the right to think that, but
yeah,
at least he
but
watched
he
you.
changed his yeah exactly. He watched me and he changed his mind about it.
I call it a voila. Watch, learn, and observe.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
he did that. He did that. He did that.
Damn.
And
See,
so he and so like what I'm saying when I say in public, there's times where we'll play in front of churches.
okay,
You
play
know,
in
because
front of
he's
me.
a
Like, are you
yeah,
guys in a
he's a
band?
yeah, he's a guitar player, and I play the keyboard, which I play the bass lines and the
Oh,
piano parts.
shit. I
So
didn't know that. Okay.
I play both. I play both.
All
So
right.
we mess around and we call ourselves a two-man band.
That's dope.
Anyway,
I like it though, man. You
um,
play with the dead.
yeah, play with the dad, and what sometimes he'll introduce me. You know, that's my son-in-law. Blah 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 blah. And sometimes he'll say, you know, he is visually impaired. He's blind. Blah blah blah. You know, whatever. You know, not to make a big deal out of it, but just to be like, hey, if you see him, you know, missing something or whatever, just know
But
that he's
but
visually
it's not
impaired,
at the
right?
forefront of his
No, 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 no,
conversation.
no,
You know.
no, not at all, not at all. And then he says, you know, sometimes he'll say, you know, I didn't know, you know, how it would be with my daughter and a blind man, but
But at
here
least
he is.
at least he was
He's like,
willing to
here he
learn,
is,
man.
20. Yeah, exactly. He's like, here he is 20 years later, and my daughter and him have never had any problems supporting each other and helping each other out and doing what they got to do. So,
Well, that's cool. You know, but the thing was, he was willing to educate himself. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
He was willing to, all
hmm
right, I don't know this shit. Let me just watch before I make some kind of you know, assertion or whatever.
right.
So where I don't know, like I said, and I don't know definitively what was on the dad's mind or whatever, but I just
Yeah.
know that she always mentioned that her and him had boundary issues.
I honestly think that it was the Christian thing.
So you think it was the religious thing, huh?
I do. I do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you might be right.
I'm gonna lean on that. I can't I can't imagine a dad who has a blind child to be close-minded about a blind child dating another blind person. Like,
I get it, because that's where
I
a lot of
can't
people,
see that. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like,
and even your average sighty, right? Even your average sighty says to me, "Well, what about, why don't you date a blind girl, or why don't you go meet some blind women?" And I'm like, "Well,
mm,
why?" So you're right.
yeah,
Even your most
yeah.
ignorant ass sighty would
Hmm.
mention. Well, I thought it was a way out there thing too, but the fact that two people have kind of said that to me now, I'm
Yeah.
like, well, maybe there's some validity to that. I don't know.
It's
You know?
it's possible, but I just can't. I can't wrap my head around it. Like, I was trying to think to myself, okay, what if my daughter was blind? How would I
Right.
treat another blind person? But I'm like, well, one, I'm blind too, so maybe I have to think outside the box. But I'm
Well,
thinking, look, I've observed my daughter for 35 years doing what she does, what she's capable of doing. How would I even be like, oh, I'm so prejudiced against another blind person being with her? Like, no, she has to have a sight. That doesn't make any sense. I
well,
don't
see,
know.
but you're a
And
man.
I could see the religion thing really having a big deal, because honestly, I mean, I didn't become a Christian because of my wife. It's kind of weird. I didn't become a Christian because I wanted to marry my wife, but my
Right.
wife,
It wasn't like she was Mormon and you had to convert or some kind of weird shit.
but my wife would not have married me if I did not become a Christian.
Oh, wow.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's because she's seen. So in not to go too deep, but in the Bible it says, "Do not be unequally yoked," which basically means,
I've heard that. Yeah.
yeah. So basically, what that means is, whether it's a marriage, a partnership, a business deal, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in other words, Christians should try their best to associate with other Christians when at all possible, because
Mm.
because then the reason why that's the case, you can scoff at it a little bit, or do what you're doing there, but the reason why the reason why they're saying that is because then both parties will agree on the essentials, the value system that's involved in Christianity. Um, uh,
Yeah, maybe so. And maybe because I'm not, religious, I don't consider
yeah,
myself Christian.
right.
Maybe I don't roll with that, but, so
Yeah,
that
yeah,
could be.
exactly. I understand that, and what I'm saying is, like, my wife's aunt and uncle, they have gone through a lot of turbulent times because she goes to church and he does not, and
Oh,
he used to be like a Jehovah's Witness guy.
oh shit. Okay. That's a whole nother sandwich.
Yeah, and then of course she's like Christian, right?
Yo, speaking of
And
Jehovah, when you finish your point, man, I got a funny story to tell you.
okay. And so my wife has seen that turmoil. Like, they don't divorce, but they still, their marriage sucks like hell because
Okay, so it's shitty, huh?
they don't agree on a lot of things. And a lot of that has to do with some of their religiosity, like some of their things don't, they clash, things clash.
Well,
I believe this way. And the other person's like, well, I don't. So fuck you. Like,
you might be right. I mean, maybe, because you're a little more well versed into that mentality as opposed to
sure.
me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I think though, I guess I was looking at it from a perspective of, well, I'm a male, and they want
Uh,
a strong sided male to be able
I mean,
to,
I guess so. I guess I understand. I guess I sort of get
because
that,
it's
but
it's different being, if we were girls, what I'm saying, but we're guys, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah. I get that. I mean, it's kind of like how my father-in-law was with me. Like, he never said it out loud until he said it in front of the churches sometimes every once in a while, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know you thought that way. And he's like, yeah, I mean, I'm done thinking that way, but I
At
did
one
at
time I
first.
did, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for a little bit,
So
until I figured out what you were all about, and now it's done. Like, I don't think that way anymore. So,
right, right. Well, here's here's a funny story. So this is probably about
oh,
90.
I love Jehovah's Witness stories. Let's go.
Oh, dude. Oh, this is well, I was the idiot in this case. So in
Uh
in
oh.
in 96, 97, whatever, there was a girl
Yep.
that worked at a video store. Yes, a video store.
Yeah.
And
Going back in time.
going way back in time. Yep. So my buddy and I would always go in there and rent videos and all this shit. And this one chick, her name was Summer. She used to come up and talk to me all the time, and come talk to us when we would go rent videos. So finally one day I just said, "Hey, can I get your phone number?" So she said, "Yeah, cool." So we talked off there, outside the video store, on the phone. And I said, "So what do you do on weekends? What do you do for fun?"
Oh,
and she's like, "Well, usually on weekends we're going door to door." And I said, "Door to door? What the fuck?" And she's like, "Well, I'm actually Jehovah's Witness." And I'm like, "Oh, really?" So she was like, "Yeah, I'm Jehovah's Witness." Well, she even called me after we had that conversation, and she left a voicemail for me, and she was like, "Hey, I hope that me telling you I was Jehovah's Witness didn't turn you off. I'd still like to see you." So I'm like, "Okay, that's pretty dope." And of course, the parents didn't care. I mean, I never really met the parents even. But from what she said, they weren't happy with her seeing me because I'm not Jehovah's Witness, right? So here's the deal. Here's one thing she would do, and this bothered the fuck out of me. She would show up unannounced in a lot of cases. And one day she showed up. This is back when I was living in the dorms, and I just got back from lunch. And I'm like, all right. So I get a phone call, and they said, "Hey, you got a visitor here. Her name's Summer." And I'm like, God, why did she just show up? I'm like, I didn't even have time to brush my teeth. I didn't have time to, you know what I mean? Like, I want to smell good, So I go meet with her. I bring her up to my room. We're kind of hanging out. So then we start making out at one point, right? And she had some shit breath, total shit breath. Like,
oh no,
smelled like straight up. And I'm like, oh God. And I'm thinking, man, I was the one that was concerned that I didn't have time to brush my teeth, but she knew she was coming here. So you think she would have done something to make her breath a little fresher. So it was the ultimate turnoff, right?
Oh no. Yeah.
So eventually I kind of used the Jehovah's Witness thing to break it off with her. I said, "You know what?" I said, "Being that you're Jehovah's Witness, I think, your parents don't like me. It's probably best we just stay friends." When we say let's stay friends, that means I'm done with you. So I tell my stepdad the story, right? About the shit breath. And he goes, "Oh, well, Jehovah's Witnesses, it's against their religion to brush their teeth." So I believe this shit.
Yeah, I don't think that that's true.
It isn't true. It isn't true at all. But my stepdad was a jokester, and that's the kind of shit he would do. And he goes, "Yeah, it's against the religion to brush their teeth." So here we go. A couple years later, I was volunteering, because like I said, I was trying to get some work experience. I was trying to do something. And I was volunteering in an early childhood class at an elementary school. And the three women that ran it were Jehovah's Witnesses. And they were telling me one day, "Yeah, we're all Jehovah's Witnesses." And I said, I want to ask you a question, and please don't be offended. And I was like, "Why is it against your religion to brush your teeth?" And they all went, "What?" And then I was like, "Oh, I'm fucking stupid." And I told them the story.
Oh shit! So
I just embarrassed the shit out of myself there.
Well, you know what's really funny? That reminds me of you ever heard of a guy named Tom Segura?
I have heard that name. I'm just trying to think.
He's a comedian, Tom Segura.
Okay.
Well, anyway, he says that his dad, same kind of deal. That his dad, they were watching some movie, and it had Tommy Lee Jones in it.
Oh,
and he goes, Tommy Lee Jones is gay.
Oh, shit.
And so he's like, really? Really? And so for the longest time, he's been saying, Tommy Lee Jones is gay, just because his dad told him that, right?
In his mind, in his mind, he thought that.
No, but like to everybody else, he's also been spreading that whole thing, right?
To his friends and everyone,
to his friends and everybody else. Well, now he becomes this like kind of, comic celebrity type or whatever. And
Right.
he runs into like some friend of Tommy Lee Jones or something like that, a really good friend of his or
Oh
something.
God. Okay.
And he starts talking to him about Tommy Lee Jones is gay and all that. And he goes, Tommy Lee Jones is not gay. He's got a wife, he's got kids, he's got this, and this. And he calls him his dad. He goes, yeah.
Like, Dad.
And
But
then he
see,
goes, and then he said, "You told me Tommy Lee Jones is gay, and he's not." And the dad goes, "Oh, I thought he was."
no, see, you know what? With my stepdad, he was just a jokester. And the way he would say things were so straight faced. You know, it wasn't like he was joking or being funny or laughing while telling me that. You know, he's like, very matter of fact. He was like, it's against their religion to brush their teeth. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, it's against their religion.
Yeah.
So I'm like, son of a bitch. Okay.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna let you believe it.
Yeah, like he didn't correct anything. He's just rolling with that shit. Then I'm like, oh fuck.
We're just gonna let him live with that shit.
Yeah, I never knew that was gonna come back on me later. You know what I'm saying?
That's hilarious. What a way to close the show.
Yeah, man. Great fucking well, this is dude, we you and me, man. We did this shit.
I know.
We knocked it out, man.
We sure did.
Wow.
We didn't even have a top 10 or anything.
Nah, we don't need a top 10. We were the top 10 this time. We were playing our own
playing
shit.
our tracks.
Hell yeah, man. And a Kill Will track too, the fight, you know, which you said you liked. So it's good. I like it too, man. I think it's good. It's a good song.
Yeah, and I don't think it's clout chasing either. I think it was actually from the heart on that one.
Okay. And like I said, he sent me that a couple months ago when it first happened. So I was like, oh shit, you know, so but
no. And especially when the fact that he sent it to you around that time.
Yeah, it was very soon after it happened, man.
Yeah, I get what you're saying about, you know, people jumping on the Tupac bandwagon or the Biggie bandwagon or the whatever bandwagon is next. You know what I mean?
Right.
I get that. But I really feel like he meant what he was saying.
Yeah, I feel that too with the I mean, just the message. It's honestly, I hadn't listened to that for, I think he sent me those back in whatever, when was it? September?
September, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he sent
seems so long ago, but it was only September. I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, yeah, that was only September. I think it was September 10th, actually.
Oh shit!
Right before September 11th. Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. Okay.
I know. How
damn.
Weird, right?
That's crazy. But I've had those on my, and I told them, we'll play them on our next show. Well, we hadn't gotten around to it, man. You know,
speaking of September 11th, I can't believe next year is going to be the 25th anniversary. It's freaking crazy, bro.
5th. Well, I was tripping off the 20th, like on 2021, back when I was that was 20 years ago. Fuck.
I know, right?
That shit was
yesterday, man.
That's what I'm saying. I remember it. It's clear, you know. For
Hell
me.
Yeah. Hell
anyway, on that note, fuck sandwiches. I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
I'm Luie Loke.
And that's the story there. Bitches. Peace out. Happy New Year. See you next year. Maybe.
We are nothing sacred. The nothing sacred thing crap. We are nothing sacred. With Maxwell Silverhammer. The nothing sacred thing crap. Oh, with the koala. We are nothing sacred. With Crews Control. The nothing sacred thing crap. With Luie Lowe. We are nothing